what we've been grinding the whole year for, is to get to these matches with a chance to really do something on the biggest stage in the world, you know?
Good afternoon, Zed Hammers. Can't stay on today, but wanted to stop by and say up the Dragons.
I appreciate that, Tarman. Thank you for the 7 months as part of the Hammers Rhetorical. Thank you for the 4 working your way to that silver bacon. Why you always get to stream when I'm at work? Because that's when I could stream. So look, thank you so much for the 3 months. The legend, whoop. Congrats on getting to your cooked bacon. Raylan Gibbons wants to look up Matt Target. That's from yesterday. We're very excited about that. Yes, okay. Boys, ladies and gentlemen, and NBs and everybody else, we've got a very important slate of matches today. Manchester City in the Champions League round of 16. Like I said, this is what we've been working towards since the start of the save, is to give ourselves an opportunity against the biggest teams in the world on the big stage.
In a long time. Glad it's this one. Up the Dragons.
Shiro Chicobo, thank you so much for the 8 months as part of the Hammers. Wheelio, thank you so much for the 2 months of the Twitch Prime as well. Spending $5. Jeff Bezos money, the McCardell, thank you so much for literally 1 bit. So should I say thank you a bit? Anyways, boo. Okay. Boo is a bit strong. You know, that felt. Hi, YouTube. What's up, YouTube? How you doing? Que paso? YouTube. Iago Noose is singing the praises of Walter Mabasso. Wild stuff. Okay. What's up, YouTube? Hello, YouTube. I know. Big day today. I know you're excited. I know I'm excited. Coinvez, thank you for the gifted sub. Coinvez excited. Appreciate that. GJC82 with the gifted sub. The variant, I know you're excited. 9 gifteds for GJC. Thank you for that. Coinvez got a second gifted sub to their name out here making people's days. Variant, you got a sub. Delits Realitos, you've got a sub. What's up? Bonjour, YouTube. Kids, I'm on TV. Imagine not seeing this live. Could you possibly imagine? Also, YouTube, I love you. How you doing? How do your regions have faces? So I watched a lot of Harry Potter. Okay. And I realized while I was watching it that some of the spells that they were saying were real. So I sat down with my Harry Potter textbook and I worked on a new spell. Okay. I combined a couple of different spells.
To break some more ankles.
Right. And I put them together. And before you know it, expecto regenum.
7 months.
Boom!
Does the world and especially
Faces
Chelsea
everywhere.
fans now collectively have to admit that your Jinho is actually very good?
Jorginho, my favorite holding midfielder. Jorginho, love Jorginho. There's actually there's an application you can download that will get you real faces on your regions. We put a team together that created it for you, and so I hope you enjoy it.
According to Greek mythology, Chiron was a half horse, half human doctor. This made him the cantor for disease control.
Thank you for that fun fact. I actually did not know that. Luca Distraction, thank you for the 8 months. White Mamba, appreciate the Twitch Prime. My dude. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, and just enjoy being part of an elite online gaming community. Snitzel Boy, thank you for the 4 months. You see JJ Min's going to break some ankles. Yeah, I believe he's going to. Ning King, thank you for the 2 months. Hi, YouTube. On my way to some cooked bacon. You're darn right you are. Does the world have to admit that Jorginho is good? No. So Jorginho is... There are really well-rounded players that can do a lot of things well. Jorginho is not one of them. Jorginho does what he does well at the level that he can do it for any team in the world successfully, and that is receive and distribute the ball as a release valve. But that is all he can offer you, and you need players around him that can do all of the other things that you need a midfield to do, right? But, you know, you've got to be aware of the limitations that somebody like Jorginho has, or in this place, Jorginho. Can I add a new gen face pack while 20 years into a save? You absolutely can. 100%. No issues there at all, Sawyer. It's just like adding a normal face pack. Find someone named Ilaix to sign. Someone with that name is God. Ilaix Moriba. It's probably a little old. I can't imagine they make Ilaixes on trees. All right, our first match today. We have one match before Manchester City, just as like a nice warm-up for the stream and everything. We are playing against Nacional, which is not pronounced like that. It's Nacional, I think. They're 5th in the league right now. And we're going to have to play a team full of backups to get ready for Manchester City. And so it's going to be a tough match. You know, it's going to be a tough match. We're in for a lot today. Given how well Oriental Dragon played against Sporting, presumably you'll be asking for the same. Comes back to hard work, man. You're serious? Like, comes back to hard work. It's all about the hard work today. I think they'd be a lot worse off without one dude who I've never really heard of him before. Zhong Min has a lot of physical attributes that players in this division just don't have. I know. That's why we signed him all the way from Korea. Explosive Cookie, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon next to your name. Enjoy the freaking emotes. All right, enjoy the subsection of the Discord. Remember about your 2 suspended center backs? My 2 starting center backs are suspended for the match against Man City, the first leg. I did forget about that because I enjoy happiness in life. I enjoy not knowing that. It's big yikes for me, dog. Yep. Big ol' fat yikes from me. Okay. Right, so we will be starting our 2 starting center backs in this league match because they are both suspended for the first match against Manchester City. Just how we drew it up, right? Just how we cooked up this plan. It's all part of the process. Trust the process. We're big on trust the process. Okay, this guy's insane. Adnan Kurti. Wait, he's 23 though. He's got no holes in his game, but it's not like he's a particularly abrupt standout in anything. I think the real key for this guy is that he's just going to keep getting better, Adnan Kurti. He's the backup for Tottenham right now. I'm going to put him in the actual target, like, section. We'll go from there. We'll see. Christian Moyne. Oh, good. Only 73 to 103 million. 42 to 60 million for Bart Hendricks. That's a no from me. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Ramon Yepes. I know you guys really want me to sign a Yepes, so you can just spam Yepes in the chat. Just spam it, but they need to produce a Yepes of the appropriate quality before we take a step like that. The goalkeeper was the closest back in the day. But we have not found a Yepes of appropriate quality. Unbelievable. Some really reasonable deals right there. Yeah, I was definitely thinking about making that $103 million move. Wababin, thank you for the 2 months of the Twitch Prime. Oh, my dude. Welcome to the Hammers for 2nd month, and thanks for spending Jeff Bezos money to do it. And oh my goodness, it's Stormtrooper back with another.
I've recently discovered I'm terrified of elevators, so I'm taking steps to avoid them.
I'm struggling to grade this one because I feel like it was solid, but it was predictable. B minus. Thank you for the 500 bits. I'm struggling to grade it. I'm gonna go B minus. It's a pass. I'll take it. Like, it's solid. It didn't have the twists that you normally expect in like a really good one, but it also wasn't like deflated. You know, the air didn't go out of it halfway through. It wasn't like a D or anything. Yeah, it's a B minus. It was just above the C plus from yesterday, you know? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking we've hit there. So what day is this? Is this, oh shoot, it's the day after. So let's set our team up first and then we can set this up. Yeah! Oh, we need to, I mean, I'm going for a vibe adjustment here. Adjust my vibes. There we go. Make me feel like I'm in a department store, please. So we need to figure out who we're going to start. Goodness, dude. Who are we going to start at center back? Do I start Ala Amra? Or Kinu? I feel like Amra might blow Bamboo out of the water.
Hey Zealand, if you ever go broke, I know a guy who will pay many monies for the chest hair.
Sick. Do you guys like big matches by chance? Ala Amra doesn't, so I think we're gonna end up going with Kino Bombo. Kinu Bombo, who's like not, he's played one match for the team, right? Like in cups. Unreal, that dude's about to start in the Champions League. Unreal. Oh my god. It's not good, chat. It's not good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna look you dead in the eyes and let you know that it is not good. Right, it's not good. Eastgren, where are you? Not gonna lie to you, chat. Not very good.
Is it bad to just scout entire youth teams?
Big man, thank you so much for the gifted to Shockwave. No, there have been worse things. You could probably spend you could spend your scouts more efficiently. Right, do a team report and they'll give you like the hot prospect from the team and like potential loan targets, which means players they think would be good enough to play for you. That can guide your scouting of a team in some way, Hilia. But thank you for the 4 months in the Prime. The Inca's biggest fan with the 4 months. Somebody's looking to buy my chest hair. I would go for a lot on the black market, I think, if I ever did get too poor. We're gonna rest. If I ever got as impoverished as Oriental Dragon was at the beginning of this save. Boysen, Philander, and Magnus Cliven. I mean, that's very... I think we can go Philander as the right wing, Cliven as the attacking player, and JJ Min as the complete forward off to the left side.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet.
Only.
I don't know why.
I liked it. It doesn't seem popular in the chat, but I liked it. I thought it was good. I'd never heard it. I didn't know where we were going exactly. Maybe my brain was just moving slow today, but Big McGuire into Houseboy, thank you so much for the 500 bits. I think we're checking it at B plus there. It's not a standing ovation. It's not in the A category, but it's certainly it's a solid contribution to society right there. Give me Petr Todorov. I kind of wanted this to be He-Shin. Like Karolainen and He-Shin, they're all like freaking exhausted. Who else could this be? Lamine Fall. This is why we have so many good, talented young players who can step in and play an important match in the league and help us acquire dubs. Let's go with Calabinio out there today as a deep-lying playmaker on defense. Lamine Fall's going to give me a box-to-box run out of that midfield position. Todorov getting farther forward. Buiz and Philander playing as a wing in a little narrow setup. Fullbacks, Carvajal's back and fit. He's ready to go in the league. Bruno Gama, Isgrin Barrientos, and Bruno Shiabanga Kule Shabalala, and Gama's a right back. So this is a solid team that we're putting out there. It's a solid team. Ala Amra off the bench with Shavera. And then I think Heishin and Ansi Karolainen. They're both like heavy match loads, and definitely not Karolainen in particular. Not fresh to death right now. He is not fresh to death. I think Kemenani is going to get in there. Cordoba, who I just don't give the time of day to nearly enough, is going to be around. It's a pretty watered down team, chat. This game. Zamudio is going to be up here, and Enrique Borges is going to be up here, as well as a potential substitution player. Actually, Borges instead of JJ Min, because JJ Min's apparently on the low right now. All right. Everything else should be set up as standard. We're rocking, we're rolling, and we're rocking. I'm feeling okay. Give me this U19s right now. Who's not sharp? It's okay. You can talk to me, man. Just let me know who's not sharp. Daher's not sharp. We're giving him that double rest before the big match comes along. You know, Emmanuel Eurowash should be playing in this one, and that's it. Cool. We're ready to go. Awkward Neck, thank you for the gifted sub. Throwing it down to Puggo. And Big Man, I mean, just a legend of the Hammers with 72 career gifteds, with another one today to Vince. Let's get some bacon out in the chat. Some love for one of the top mod, the top man, big man on campus. Yelling Wales to your, yelling Wales to out your position. That might have been my favorite meme in the entire video today, honestly. How's the save going, says Joe Carey? Well, we're in the Champions League knockouts for the first time. Our first Champions League appearance, and we sauntered right into the knockouts, finishing out of Arsenal and RB Leipzig. So we've got that game, baby. We've got that. Yeah, I've got skills. You know, we're one of those people. All right, center backs, you are playing today. Have a great time. Isgrin, Kevin, Borges, Todorov. This is a very, very good collection of players, man. Next match only, please. Thank you. The only issue is we have Lamine Fall, and he is 5'2". That usually creates some sort of issue in this situation. Cliven's up there. Your Borges definitely good in the air, so we'll bring him back. Swap that out. Yeah, we're good. We're set. All right, guys. This is not an easy match. Nacional is not a particularly talented team, but they're in great form. Their classic 4-4-2 has really been working for them. They're 5th in the league right now. They're trying to fend off Sporting, who's making a charge for European places. And we are having to roll out essentially a full backup team with Vice Captain Bruno Gama leading the boys today, while we get ready for Man City in 3 days. So if we play our game, we'll win. You know, I'm going to throw down the I have faith in you, because things are getting tight. Things are really, really tight in the league right now. Really disturbingly tight in the league between us, Benfica, and Porto. I mean, we're level on points if we win our matches in hand, including this one. So, sheesh, dude. He's definitely not Lamine Tall. He definitely heard that a lot when he was in elementary school. But you know what? At 5'2", the dude's still a high-level professional, so I don't know if I want to hear this. Actually, if we win all 3 of our matches in hand on Porto, we are 2 points ahead of them. Neat story. But yeah, we have 3 more matches to play than they do. So eventually we're going to have to make that up. Porto's also in the Champions League knockouts as well, which is great for the Portuguese rating, because there are no Dutch teams in the Champions League knockouts. Oh, great ball by Todorov. Off to a flyer. Boisen Philander. Ref! Unbelievable. Gotta pay him even more money now. They're really getting uppity these days. I think this is going to be a highlight, so I like that. Clabinho, Carvajal's got an hour and a half. We got a lot of guys in the box. Dude. He's such a good crosser. We just needed him to hit a target there, man. What the whatever, man. Whatever. We'll just we're just gonna take care of it. We'll be fine. Whatever. Apparently he was a little offside, just a smidge. Oh, there he is again. Petr Todorov, Magnus Cliven, dude. This is good. It's a rough call. It's a very domineering work though on the corner. We like to see that. There he's running down a blind alley. He's got nowhere to go. Oh, Lamine fall. It's good. Good challenge. Just forgot to actually come away with the ball. We got that block, no problem. Come on, Todorov, run, Petr. How do you think you got out of Bulgaria all the way to this team, dude? You ran. What do you think? We flew you here? He had to run. Good work. Counter this. Header into this area. That's where we're trying to head the ball on a clearance. Out to that area. That's right. It's over. It was a solid start, but it's going to start to fizzle. They play tough defense. We got to take chances when they come, like that Cliven chance that we got early. Obviously, scoring off the set piece only to just be a little offside. Need Clabinho to keep pulling strings here. There we go. He's the quarterback today. Clabinho, when he sets up as that DLP on support. Oh, great work, Carvajal. Great work. Side step to that. Bruno Gama, excellent play. And we just recycle it. Lamine fall. Petr Todorov. That's okay. It's back to fall. Cliven in between the lines here. Don't rush it. This is good, though. This is the type of spell in possession that we need to pick these guys open. We're not going to get those flying counters likely unless we get a mistake, but we can score a goal of our own talent by making a play like this. Boys, and chill. Thank you. There you go. Just keep walking it in. We need a little more width from our boys there. That was a little tight. Good spell of possession. I liked it. Just a little tight. Lacking that final ball. Oh, that's good. That opens things up. Now we've got the channels. Todorov, dude. That's a shame. It's a good take. I mean, fall legit looks like a child. I don't know what you're saying. He's at least halfway up this post on the backside here. Thank you. Oh, this is it. Boisen, run, Boisen. That's the header we wanted. Leave it to Kevin to produce it. Oh, Boisen's around him. Boisen Philander. It got blocked. How in the world? What are we doing? Oh, play him. Todorov's behind the midfield. Boisen's offside. Yep, there you go. Okay, cool. Love it. Having a great time. This is great. It's wholesome family fun, chat. Wholesome family fun. Here we go. This is an excellent space for Todorov. And then Boisen just, oh, it's so close too. Just keep throwing ourselves towards the goal, boys. Maybe a set piece. Kevin. Boris! Oh my God! What? No! The offside goal, the second one just counted. it just counted. Like, we could talk about how Borges just, I mean, goodness gracious me. They counted the goal.
I don't really watch as much as I used to, but this last 3 minutes or so has gotten me emotionally engaged with the football you're playing. And WTF? Lol.
Just happened. Vince, thank you for the 9 months. Congrats to the Twitch baby. So we have the lead now. I just assumed that was just judged offside. Meanwhile, I would like so Poison, I guess, was on, the call was on Cliven, and then it just hit the defender, so it's not offside. But like also in high def, captured in 4K. I mean, heading. God, the net is empty. You bundled it. You bungled it. What are the odds of him missing that, dude? What were the odds of him missing that? Dude, Cliven scored. I don't even know how to read. So many different things happened. We found out Cliven scored minutes after he scored. The thing was a glitch that like popped up and said it was disallowed, and the goal counted, and so we're Gucci. And then Borges just should have scored a second. We could have been up 2-0 in one play. Sure. Carbajal, I'm confused. I am happy that we're in the lead. I wish I could have celebrated Cliven and Boyce, and a great pass by Todorov as well to open that up. I think that was it was a lovely play. Caught him just a little bit out of position and took advantage of it. This is lovely. Fabinho, Boyson. Oh, boyo. That was not, the technique was a little too low for that one. Didn't quite get that right. But this is good. Now we have to make them chase the game and try and get Jack Lane in behind us. And we should, oh, it's a good looking ball. Wow. Lamine Fall, excellent. He's on the second ball, center of gravity stuff. You wouldn't understand. Poison, inside. Petr Todorov, who I'm really falling in love with. Borges, doing his thing. Borges, go back to Carbajal, and all of a sudden it's one-on-one in the box. Oh, we'll score multiple goals a game if we just get that look. Carbajal with 4 guys in the box. That's really good stuff. I'm happy with the way we're playing, boys. Keep it up. It's a younger team. We don't want to do the complacency talk. Put too much pressure on them. In a 1-0 game in a title race in the league. Let's just keep playing with swag. Yeah, you heard me. Please. Thank you. I would play the fullback here. There we go. If they want to defend it with 2 guys and then leave him all alone, see, we just keep getting that. I feel like that was a pass. A saucy pass. Yes, Lamine Fall is 2 inches shorter than Lorenzo Insigne. Yes, he's 5'2", and that doesn't stop him from being a good player. Look at that. Metronomic. Fabinho and Lamine Fall orchestrating. Come on, Petr, don't get beat like that. Let's go. Win it back. Oh, come on. Gotta be on that ball, guys. We gotta be on that ball. On it. On it. Okay. Good work. It's Jack Lane that really bothers me. He is good. He's like Zambia's all-time everything. Sharp movement, sharp movement. Bruno. Play Carbajal. This is where Carbajal is. He's the X factor in every attack, and we missed him. I like how much possession we have. We're playing. It's really beautiful stuff. There we go. Todorov. Carbajal again. Good. Lamine. Fabinho out to Carbajal. And we're just trying to get him space. Him or Todorov. In Cliven, it's got to be. And somehow this is going to be not a goal again. Ah! Seabay, thank you for the 4 months. It's part of the Hammers. Looking forward to that silver bacon. Sub is cool. Thank you for the Twitch Prime and welcome to the Hammers. And Derek Ladd. 13 months is part of the Hammers for Derek Ladd. Thank you for that, my dude. That over a year with the golden bacon and still going. Outrageous. I don't even think he's offside. They just draw lines on the ground, dude. It's preposterous. Come on, Clavinho. Cliven. Oh, no, near side. Near side. Look at Borges. Look at Borges. Boyson might just be fast enough to do this anyways. Oh, that was clean. Shoot. That was actually a really good challenge. Oh, we just forced a mistake, didn't we? We forced a mistake. Yes, we did. On to Clavinho and Lamine, Mr. Technique over here. Boyson in attack mode. It's okay. They don't have anybody out there to, like, challenge Clavinho. He just kind of keeps a lid on things. Cliven. That's... How did that get through? Lay it off. Use Bruno. Bruno. Lamine! Oh! What a moment! Lamine Fall! Sailing into the box! Sergeant Pepper, love the album. Appreciate the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes, my dude. And Ben Sporting Story, I appreciate the tier 1. Welcome. Enjoy those bacon and those emotes. Thank you, Kevin. No. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. This is why we need to score again, guys. Some sort of freaking scramble play. JJ Min, you're in. I haven't liked Borges today. Zhong Min, make something magic happen. All right, Clavinho. Good. Todorov. I don't know if that's ever going to work, man. Kevin's able to clean that stuff up most of the time. Ooh, aggressive little touch there. Todorov, JJ. I mean, Carbajal is just where these plays end up. She's just always the extra man. Short hop, right-footed volley that was headed to the top corner. We just score one off a set piece, man. Just score one off a set piece. Kevin, we blocked it. Unbelievable play by that guy. Oh, we are so close to that second goal. Chat. Oh, man. Come on, JJ. Zhong. Cliven. Come on, this young team of studs. The bench making magic happen today, but everything but the goals have been so impressive in our control. Ooh, if he pulled that off, he did. Mine, Christian. It's perfect. Oh. Lost our battles down low. Ooh, is he going for this? Suppose he can. He's probably offside too. He wasn't. He just, that's my center back trying to bend it like Beckham into the far corner. So who's tired? Todorov is tired. Let's just give... I've liked the way Todorov has played. Let's just see if He-Shin can kind of pass this open. He's got such great vision. But now all of a sudden our midfield's Lamine Fall and He-Shin, which is a bit short. Just a tad. Good check back. Oh, he's offside. Goodness. Yeah, the issue is bringing He-Shin in. We're not quite a huge threat on set pieces physically. 5-2 and 5-3 midfielders out there right now. Just give me on this ball. Give me on this ball. Give me on this ball. Let's move up the field here. Was a very difficult header, but still one to make me nervous. Hey, good tackle. Oh, great play by Clabinho here. Cliven, I love that. Knock it down. Don't try and take that difficult first touch. All right, we are going to we're going to end this game. Blazin on to support. He-Shin on to support. JJ Min over here on to support. Defend. Let's kill it off, boys. Let's kill it off. Let's kill it off. We want this game over. 1-0. I mean, we should have had a lot more than that, but we'll take it. It's the 3 points, and that's what matters here. 14 games left in the season. We're looking good. All right. Come on. It's over. We did it. That's a dub for the bench against the number 5 team in the league, and they looked really good doing it, honestly. Yes. Vanu Monty, thank you for the Twitch Prime as well. Appreciate you spending $5 to Jeff Bezos money, and welcome to an elite online gaming community. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Daniel Kvist, I love the consistency. It's gonna make you a very good player in like a second tier league. Lay, he's 18, but I think the redeeming quality is he's not at a team that's like a real big deal yet. Sami Aram, sorry to hear that, man. You're not quite as good as you could have been. Alfonso Navarro, solid, not great. Vasily Panin, hello. It's at Porto right now. Straight up baller. Guido Freyuk. Are you an Argentinian? Yeah, you're an Argentinian international. Okay. We'll check up on that again. Latest scouting report. Bruno Guimaraes, Stanley Koiku, who we are scouting, the 23-year-old Haitian League player. It's a very, very high rating for a 17-year-old. That's a very high rating for a 17-year-old. Doran,
don't mind me,
Vinchev.
Just lurking away. Smile. Thanks for all the and Twitch content. Smile.
I got you, Argamandon. Appreciate the 6 months, and congrats to the Silver Bacon, dude. You played Man City? No, that's our next match. This dude's a spicy. This dude's a tall drink of water right here. He's got the athleticism, right? Plays centrally. He's a really good goal scorer as well. Oh. As long as his defense isn't terrible, this guy's incredible. Really, really incredible. And another one. We just started scouting. I like it. Yeah, we're already aware of that guy. Recruitment analyst Parfait says Humberto Noguera is decent performer in the league stuff. Yeah, we started scouting him and finished scouting him. I like to see that. Edgar Caligari. Probably plays in China. It's gonna bump the money up, but we're gonna get scouts over there. Like these 16-year-olds, they come in and you're just like, man, I have no idea. You could be terrible and you could be great. I have honestly no idea.
You love my songs, I love you, thanks for the great content, first stream I've managed to catch live. Love you beautiful man, what's the best way to sort out training schedules as well? Can I get a ref?
Yeah, look, I'm not the best person for training schedules. I've wanted to do some tests on it, but those tests have kind of fallen through when we've tried to do them. They just haven't come out the way that I've wanted them to come out, and so we haven't published the videos about them. But that sounds weird, but I promise it makes sense. 5 goals away from 10 league goals, which will trigger a clause to IK start for 300,000. Yes, aware of that. Thank you. The real one is that after 50 league appearances, we have to pay $6 million for Cliven. So it's only really the fans and you lot in the media that pay attention to this. I really only want to win. I don't care for who we're winning against or what was going on. But yeah, pleased with the win, pleased with the people that came into the team. Look, the best way to deal with training, in my opinion, is if you go in and you create different training regimes that address the things you want to address throughout the course of a season. And then each week you bring up that training regime, and then you add a match review after the matches, and you add in some team bonding throughout as well. I let the staff set up the training, and then I just go in and tweak it depending on what I think we need to be working on. I haven't dedicated full time to mastering the training. I wouldn't say we're locked into playing this way all the time, but I'm a fan of this style. Yeah, well, I am at this point. I mean, I think we play a really aesthetically pleasing brand of football, you know. All right, let's get our starting lineup into the team. But it should be look, I know it sounds crazy. Oh, dude, Bombo's not registered. Ala Amra has to play because Bombo's not registered for the Champions League, because why would we ever be playing Bombo in a Champions League knockout match except for this situation where both of my center backs are suspended? So it's Almeida and Ala Amra and Mendez and Daher, Matthias, Arias, and Cerna. Carl Lainen's not been at his best, but man, is he a special player. So we're going to have him around for sure. Mabasso's going to get the start at... Oh, wow. I think JJ Min should be starting at wing. I don't know about that. Silva over there. Pereira there. And then you're going to be advanced playmaker Jason Cerna. It's the round of 16 in the Champions League knockouts. And it's Jose Almeida and Ala Amra, the Israeli international. So, I mean, he's got experience playing against really good players, playing big teams.
Hey, guys.
There you go, Carl Lanen. What is up, Marvalik? Appreciate 3 months, my dude. I hope you're doing well. Jaminich, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Okay. Where are we? We're home first. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You need to make a relationship to Euro predictions and love the content.
You need to make a relationship to Euro predict. You mean like a reaction to my Euro predictions? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, we're spectacularly not good. I mean, parts of them were good. I had an England-Belgium final, so I guess I got England going to the final. Where's Clabinho? Fabinho's going to be around. Mabasso, Pereira, Jao Silva. Mabasso's been in better form than Zamudio, but what an absolute cannon we can bring off the bench there as well. Then we have Karolainen and Cerna. Karolainen's size, I think, makes the difference here. We get it out wide, get a cross in, and he can score. Matias, obvious choice at holding mid. Then Daher and Mendez, and then Jose Almeida, the 17-year-old, and Ala Amra. This team, look, they're more talented than we are. This is going to be they are objectively more talented than we are. It's going to be a tough match. I believe that we can win this tie, but we have to play this tie knowing that they are more talented than us, and we have to manage our team knowing that they are a more talented team than us. All right, I think the Carlos Salema has never seen anything like this, boys. Rolly, and thank you, the gifted sub to Cadaver. How's the European Golden Boy been doing? Wasn't he almost bought away? Yeah, he's almost been bought a couple of times. But now that we're in the Champions League, his release clause is not activated, so we're good. So he said, Gil Vicente just made a loan offer for my backup goalkeeper. I will not betray the Dragons. He will not go. They are a rival of ours. Man, we can just carry that XG into this next match. I know that if we play at our absolute best, we can definitely beat Man City, but we have to play really top level stuff, and that's why we rested the entire starting team against Nacional and a lot of the starting team against Porto in the cup semifinal that we were able to win as well. So really heavy rotation that's been trying to set us up for this moment. This guy's really good, but unfortunately it seems like he's basically tapped his potential at this point. Cesar, no. Mohamed Gerbi, no. Jeremy Chardou, don't like the hiddens. You are very athletic, Mr. Eduardo. This is a classic example of being decent at everything and good at nothing. Or Hector Martinez, but he's also expensive and we're not interested. Glad my scouts are just crushing. Come on, Portimonense. Portimonense, please. Portimonense is very good this year. They've got a shot to beat Benfica. Please! Ryan, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Yeah, it didn't happen. They both won. Cool. So we have a 2-point advantage with all matches in hand on Porto and a 3-point advantage on Benfica with all matches in hand. So we just gotta... We know that we're okay there. I don't want to do this match practice. I don't want to do this match practice, man. We got to make sure that we're okay. Actually, we might be able to fit that in. I think we're going to finally start to lose some fixture congestion. You've been drawn against an opponent quite similar to yourselves. This is our first
Almost
time.
Didn't realize and didn't resub to remain part of the Say IT with me now. Elite online gaming. Zian com Zian Unity.
Thank you, Callum, for the 3 months as part of the Hammers. Dude, this is our first time in the Champions League. How are you going to look me in the eyes and say, well, you're playing a team very similar to yourselves? Get out of here, Steven. Stepan. Why? Believing in ourselves is half the battle. You've done better than some people had expected. Thank you, Chris. To get to this stage ahead of your clash with Man City, how much further do you think you can go? Every team who reaches this stage get a chance of coming out on top. There's only 16 clubs left in Europe. They can do this. They just beat Tottenham 5-1 in their last match. They were very impressive. We got to be ready for a tough match. You got to be ready for a tough match. I'm glad to hear that Eric Riega is playing well on loan, though. Apparently, Riega wants to move to a bigger club and is mad that I said stability counts for a lot and he should just keep lighting up the league that he's playing in. Whatever, man. We are 10,000 to 1 to win the Champions League this year. We are first time in the Champions League, a pot 4 team, victors of Liga NOS with the lowest point total in the history of the league. No, I'm not. Come on, a Chinese club, really? Let's be real here. Let's be real here. Todorov doesn't actually think the training is bad, does he? No. This stuff's always very belated. Watch him actually be like, oh my god, the training. Todorov's been 2 steps forward, 1 step back in development. It's been a couple of years of him just working his way towards the first team. Come on, baby. Settle your breathing now, because there's going to be a lot happening once this match starts. That's the thing about FM. The outlook of everything will change a couple of times throughout the course of this match, and we're just going to need our boys to show up ready to be dominant on the day. Oh, the Martiniquois is not good. He's got to show up and be ready to be better on the day. We have won the same number of Champions Leagues as them. I actually think they've I think they have one in this. Let's see. The fastest way there would be go to competitions and click this. Nope, they have never won. They have still never won a Champions League. So here we go. To still be the team that's keeping Man City away from Champions League glory. To still be that team. This is our moment. How does the simming in this game work? I noticed you aren't going forward in a day, with, although you're simming forward. You know, I am. I mean, I just went forward in a day. The simming is you get stopped when you get an email in your inbox. And so you hop back to that email and, you read it. You can change in the inbox settings and the detailed settings, like what stops, what do you stop for? What do you keep going through? So, like, you'll sim forward, and yeah, so this was like at midnight. This was at 7:48 in the morning. This was at 8:46 in the morning. We got a loan offer from Montreal Impact for Dindane at 8:48. We're not going to take that. We got that email at 8:50. 8:53, we got the team of the year, Cordoba, showing some progress. Did I reject it? David Cordoba. Yeah, look at all that progress, man. He actually has gotten better since he got here, and Cordoba is definitely a player that should play more than he does. I just try and give the opportunities to guys that I see being part of the team longer term, and I don't see David Cordoba being that guy.
Time to get the biggest dub in ODFC history.
Yep. Gonna need something with a bit of an edge. Filippo Bono. Hi. An 18-year-old Ecuadorian. Yuval Yakov. I think he's just too expensive at this point. We'd never consider signing him. Thomas. How is that our 100%? We don't even have a refined feel for where his potential is. Just gotta focus on this. There's our fitness report. So we are at the match. It's match time. This is the equivalent of me sitting in my office before I give the pregame pep talk, going over scouting reports. Zois Dengalidis stays. Dujan Abradovic. I mean, we know the guy's good. He's at freaking Dortmund. That's just an into-contract scouting operation. Okay. PSG and Hertz is the other match going on today.
Hi Zealand, it's Bono from the band U2. I'm glad you like my son.
Thank you for the $5. I was a big fan of most of your albums, but that one they like for it's just to download. I wasn't too sure about that. Guys, thank you so much to the Twitch Prime. Gadget, I appreciate the 4 months. Looking for that biggest dub. Megan McFly is redeemed the Clive commentary for this match. Man. Still, even with the tutoring, we haven't been able to get the unambitious off of him. But we know he's level-headed. We know there's professionalism in there, which is why we get some decent improvement out of it anyways. But the determination really is what we're trying to drag up, and we have not been able to drag it up with our tutelage, unfortunately. Starting lineup in team sheet is in for the biggest match in club history. Giannoni and Campare, who are regens, then Vinicius Jr., João Felix, Jude Bellingham, Ruben Neves, Raul Borisov. They have a Belarusian starting center back, Ruben Diaz, and they have Nuno Mendes and Barnett. Definitely close down João Felix. I don't think he can get too far away. No, I think tight mark on Felix perhaps, or there'd be a lot of dynamic movements and probably a close down. Just gonna have to live with Vinicius Jr. just not going absolutely nuts. These guys we're just gonna we're gonna have a no close down on to try and save us defensively, and we're gonna force them wide. Especially with these young center backs, we want to free them up to deal with Giannoni and Felix in the middle. Vinicius Jr. and Campare are dribblers. If we don't close them down, we'll try and keep them in front of us longer. Okay, let's set up our set pieces now. Almeida's the main target. Ansi Karolainen's the secondary target. Back post is Silva with Cerna. No, Mabasso on the edge of the box. We need the counter sniffer, and he can take out counters. Karolainen there. Alhambra ties up in the middle. Silva at the back post. Yes. Okay, defending. Your hatred, FM gods, for Manchester City is well documented. As your faithful servants today, we ask that you use us as your latest instrument to screw the citizens. We have dominated in your service in this Champions League. And I hope that you have seen that and deem it fit to push us through and achieve victory at home. For this is in front of the faithful at the Carlos Salema. Those fans that have followed us up from the 4th Division. Now watch us play Manchester City. Show the greatness of your game, football manager gods. And show us the path to glory in this biggest match in the history of the save. In the name of Eric Mendez, Moises Deniz, Joao Pinto, and Huang Shuran, we pray. Amen. Let's do this, baby. Showtime. We're looking to counter. We're looking to counter with pace. We're looking to run at their center backs, play off them, and use our quality in the front three. We are hoping that Jason Cerna helps us be a more press-resistant side, and if we get possession, we get the ball out wide to the fullbacks, which they won't be able to cover because they're too far forward, and our fullbacks will swing it into the box to Ansi Karolainen. Okay, team is in. Team sheets are in. The crowd is in and ready at the Carlos Salema for Manchester City and Oriental Dragon on a beautiful day. No pressure. Go out there and show everybody what you got. This is a clear no pressure situation. Two backup center backs are in there with Ala Amra and Jose Almeida. You're the boys that we've had to play today. What's up, Vanessa? Oh, of course it's Vanessa. My love. How are you? The one journalist that's been questioning us since the 4th Division. How do you intend to stop Inform João Felix? He warrants close attention, but we're set up to deal with him in the best of our abilities. I mean, that's Jose Matias is going to be on that. I love this question. It's a Champions League knockout. Well, you're starting Shabalala in a cup competition. All right, here we go, boys. And to bring you the action, Clive Livingsworth. Well, you've had a redemption to bring out the English broadcast team for this match between Manchester City and Oriental Dragon. David Goliath in the round of 16 to the Champions League. Gee, guys, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, of course. And beautiful day to be around and enjoying the spectacle of a Champions League knockout match. It's ODFC in the red, Manchester City in that baby blue. And it's on to Barnet as we are underway. There is a very little known about ODFC. They burst onto the scene, won the Portuguese League on the last day of the season, and now they've blitzed a very difficult group to make it to the knockout stages. And here's a chance maybe on a set piece. Silva. And it's going to be headed down, and it's João Felix who's going to have a chance to run at the defense here. And he's got Vinicius Jr. next to him. And Vinicius Jr. pulls back for Ruben Neves, and it's gone all the way through. But Bongakule Shabalala was ready to make the save. But the early pressure and possession is with Manchester City. Alejandro Daher. Angled ball dealt with by Nuno Mendes, controlled by the captain, Walter Mabasso, and here is Daher. The fullbacks will be very involved in the attack. What a challenge by João Felix from behind on Onsi Korolainen, and now it's Jude Bellingham. Carrying in the wide areas, Jude Bellingham capable of progressing the play like this, and it's gone all the way through! And it's gone in! Off the heel of the 17-year-old Jose Almeida. It's an inexplicable away goal for Manchester City on 15 minutes. It's just missed by Ala Armoura, and it goes in off Jose Almeida. And this backup centre-back pairing, they don't have Isgren, they don't have Barrientos, the Swedish and Colombian internationals, but now maybe a free kick chance for Silva. It's into the wall. And João Silva directed back towards Jose Matias, and that was the look for ODFC, who can consider themselves very much in this game, but Ruben Neves has scored! And it really has been an evenly pegged game, but Manchester City have grabbed 2 early chances. Hardly a sniff of the goal, and they've got 2. And it's Ruben Neves who's gone opposite side, and he's just ripped it through the hand of Bongakule Shabalala. And it's a very hard done 2-0 to Manchester City now, and that will certainly damage the confidence of a young team on this stage, even though it is largely undeserved given the run of the match so far. Nuno Mendes carried back for Neves, it bouncing around, and that's well cleared out for Pereira. And on for Korolainen, there is room to run here for João Silva, the European golden boy. He's got real quality, and he takes on Igor Borisov, and it's a well-timed challenge from the Belarusian centre-half. But this is a very long road to hoe for ODFC to try and pull themselves back from a shambolic beginning to this match, when in truth the match has been fairly even in the way that it's played out in the back and forth run of things. It's been opportunistic from Manchester City. Jude Bellingham for Vinicius Jr. working against Portuguese international Lamine Mendes. Now Ruben Neves, always likely to have a go, and it's Vinicius Jr. and it's got to be a 3rd goal for Manchester City, and they've fallen out of bed into 3 goals here. The fortune favours those in blue on a fine afternoon in Portugal. Vinicius Jr. is flipped through Lamine Mendes. It's gone off the post right to Giannoni. And everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for ODFC in their first ever Champions League. They've got to the knockout stages, but it'd be something spectacular if it did not end there now in this round of 16. An absolutely catastrophic meltdown of the odds here for ODFC. Nuno Mendes on to João Felix, and that was a decent look for the attacking midfielder. It's an absolutely brutal turn of fortune. Shabalala is playing with Jose Almeida. Now he's going to go long. He's got Korolainen, and that's well done. Some of the tactics starting to shine through here, and they've got Onsi Korolainen, and he's in! And it has to be said, that might be the best chance that either team's had in this match, but Onsi Korolainen couldn't find his way to the back of the net. And that's brutal, as the tactics have really shown for ODFC. They've shown the quality in this game. We really don't have play out of defense on. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Mabasso down for Pereira. Matias wanted to go towards João Silva, but it's João Felix that has brought the ball down instead. Neves, Matias cuts it out, and the ever-present Armando Pereira is there, and now he's turned the defense. Pereira wide for João Silva, coming in at the angle. And it's better from ODFC, but they'd need a couple of goals to really make things interesting, and they've had the chances now as they've come towards the end of the half. Daher in towards Korolainen, and it's sent flying away, collected by Vinicius Jr. And he will test the defense here. He's going to run at them, and it's a bit late recovering for ODFC. Vinicius Jr. and the whistle's blown for half-time as he tries to lay the ball off. A savage first half. Manchester City found 3 goals. They'd hardly be deserving of one, you'd say, the way the match has gone. And a turn of fortune seems to have gone against an ODFC team that has stubbornly been brilliant throughout this tournament. But Manchester City will have no qualms about the way they've found their 3 goals. Tariq Lamptey always looks to have a go, and he's got by Alejandro Daher, and Jose Matias, as he always seems to, has got the tackle perfectly right. It's out for a corner. Bellingham. Oh, that's a decent look for Jude. Not renowned for his aerial prowess. Felix. Junior. Campare, it's an easy enough save for Bongakule Shabalala. And his distribution's been a hard row to hoe. He's trying to pick out Armando Pereira up there, but Borisov is a tricky customer to fool. Nuno Mendes. It opens up on this wing, Vinicius Jr., but Thiago Almeida is there. At just 17 years of age. Tariq Lamptey, known for that burst, the extra yard. Now Bellingham, saved by Shabalala. But they're keeping things contained around the edge of the area. They have to. ODFC, quite frankly, need a goal or two on their way to Manchester to have a chance now. Have any shadow of belief, and they had the clear chance for Ansi Karolainen to grab a goal that he just couldn't quite finish. Almeida down for Pereira. Oh, it's a lovely touch, and there might be something here for Armando Pereira. He's got inside the defense, and it's on for Ansi Karolainen. Can the Finn redeem himself? And that's just right into the hands of Barnett. And he'll have a couple of nightmares to replay in his mind, but this might not be over. The counter-attack looks fruitful. Pereira. It's Ja Silva collecting the scraps, and he's got in on goal! Oh my word, they just can't find a way through, can they? Ja Silva. He's tied up the defenders with a lovely bit of dribbling and smashed the ball near post, but Barnett has kept it out. In a corner kick, Daher towards Karolainen!
Boom!
And there's a goal for ODFC! And it had been coming for the big Finn, Ansi Karolainen. It's a towering header. And we're not done yet at 3-1. Ruben Neves now. Chip forward. Almeida has dealt with it. He's risen to the occasion after that catastrophic early own goal. Wide for Tariq Lamptey. And he might have a chance to get a ball in here. He's got a chance for more than that. What a bit of running. And Neves, not once and twice. He's been blocked away now. Nuno Mendes on for Campare. And it's drifted away. A goal for ODFC and an injection of belief into the home fans after a brutal first 45 minutes. Lamptey. It's becoming a real problem with his ball carrying. Campare, it's blocked and then blocked again. And oh, it's nearly deflected in off Jose Matias. But the Angolan got enough. As this match has really opened up. Almeida. Ruben Neves just back in, and it's sent away to the side this time by Jose Almeida. Manchester City trying to settle this game down. Ruben Diaz to Nuno Mendes. And Mendes in for Ruben Neves. The Portuguese contingent quite strong in this Man City team. Nuno Mendes into the middle. Around they go. And the shot's just not getting through. It's passionate, determined defending from ODFC to keep these shots away. They're in the box. They're in the way. And now it's Ruben Diaz who's got in behind Ansi Karolainen that time, the hero for ODFC. But what changes might be in the wind now as I take a look at who could come into this game. And the first change is going to be Angel Zamudio, the explosive Mexican winger, is going to look to make an appearance. And then adding further flame to this attacking push, they're going to bring in Chong Min. As somebody that can push things from the top of this formation. And we're going to see Armando Pereira drop out to the right wing position. Another goal would make things just a little bit interesting going into that final match. Is it possible that they could go grab it here? We'll see. They've made changes that are progressive. They've brought in forwards, ODFC. Can it get spicy? Ruben Neves on for Compaore, and it's a tough angle that Shabalala couldn't be too careful with. Ruben Neves towards Shagal Almeida. He's looking for JJ Min. He's put it too far in front of him, but Chong Min doing his best, and he's won possession for ODFC. And there might just be something promising in that Shabalala. So really nice ball out for Samudio. And Angel Samudio's got the turn of pace to beat anyone with the ball, but he's been dispossessed. And it's Mocic. They've worked it wide for Nuno Mendes. Bellingham in front of the Man City stand. On for Ruben Neves. One more pass. He's got Tariq Lamptey. They get out on him. Lamptey's walked in. Oh, and I have no idea how that's got in. From an impossible angle, Tariq Lamptey's jackknifed this one in between the post and Bongakule Shabalala. They just let him slip it through, and Man City's fourth away goal has all but killed this tie off before the away leg. Absolutely cruel. And a spectacle that ODFC would have hoped to avoid. A lofted ball towards Cara Lane, and he scored again! It's gone down as an own goal. It hits somebody, but it's in the back of the net, and ODFC is still alive. Onsi Correlainen on these set pieces has been a right hero for ODFC, and there is still a pulse in this game, albeit a faint one. They're on a set piece for a third time. This is where ODFC has made their hay. Daher towards Almeida. Oh, my word. Oh, what a chance from Onsi Correlainen. And the corner kick routine was the dose of life that ODFC needed. Just a little bit of belief, perhaps. They'll need 3 goals in Manchester as it stands, and that is a very tall order. But you can't say they didn't have the chances to do something like that in this match. There were plenty of chances to score for ODFC, but it was Manchester City that ruled the day. The kings of the unorthodox goal grabbed an own goal 15 minutes in and ran away from there. But ODFC has just stuck around without its 2 starting centre backs, and for that, credit is due. No! Dude! It was so brutally unlucky, man. The XG was seriously padded by this, which was the shot into the post from the tight angle that then deflects out to the guy for the goal. This is the shot into the post over there. Bro. God, we just... I rarely do, when I say it was just one of those days, do I believe it. That was just one of those days, man. It was a completely reasonable performance from the chances they had. You know, they scored a direct free kick. Ay. Hertha just went out and beat PSG, though. Shoot! Ah! Obviously, a 4-2 loss isn't the worst result against City. Yeah, I know it's not the worst result that you could possibly have had there, but... Ay, ay, ay. They suck at set pieces, though. The Lamptey goal was definitely heartbreaking because we just battled tooth and nail to get ourselves back into that. Blocking shots all over the place. We played really good compact defense. I thought we did a really good job. And it's a team that isn't normally forced to defend like that. I thought we did a really good job defending like that. We got in the way. We got in the way. There was nothing easy coming through the middle. You know we're signing our boy Soy Boy. Youthin takes a master class with the boy Soy Boy out here. So I'm talking about. Get in, Soy Boy. Get in. Bongo Jonesy with the gifted. Thank you so much, Bongo Josie, for the 3 gifted subs. Their first 3 to the channel. Erdhurst, Connor LFC, and Lewis Greenaway. You're now in the Hammers. You gotta love it. And Gerbo Garrick, thank you for the Prime. Welcome to the Hammers as well. Jack Boyle with the boom and the 4 months. I appreciate it. Tiger Ham Stocks you with the 2 months. Only ever able to watch YouTube highlights due to work, but I'm today and I can finally watch live. Thanks for all the content. Welcome. I'm happy you're here, Tiger Ham. I appreciate you keeping up with the live the episodes. Those episodes really are great, aren't they? A serious hand to Gadget. It was one of our full-time editors, Gadget. He puts in such an incredible effort to make those great. Stays on top of me to get competition screenshots in and stuff so that he can really get a nice full understanding of what's happened so that he can make that. Gadget just does a brilliant job. Turns those things over in like a day. It's really incredible how efficient he is. Okay, now we probably got to look at a little bit of rotation at the fullbacks again, because we definitely have seen a serious issue with the freshness of our players. I'm gonna go with Clabinho and Barrientos in this game. Mendez is coming out for Bruno Gama. Freshness! Ricardo Garay and get a starting goal. Cool. Irawath, you're my boy. Enrique Borges Pereira coming in to play that striker role, which he will be able to play. He's always able to play. The dude just play forever. It's insane. Arias and Todorov, I think, would be fun. 2 guys that can push the ball, 2 guys that can score goals, pop a ball in the back of the net. I think that's the starting lineup for this next match. Come on, Nacional, take some points off Benfica, please. Poor favor. Zodical Bench, thank you for the gifted sub to Lorenzo. They took some points off him. I mean, you just gotta yell at him, and then all of a sudden it's Zodical Bench, your hero. First gifted sub to the channel. And Lorenzo's got it, got the bacon, the emotes. Enjoy it. Be sure to say thank you. Regards from Uruguay. Regards back. Got you. Can I get a shh? Nacional with the 90th minute goal to take points from Benfica. Lego. Oh, rough for Dortmund there. That was at home. Hui Silong? That's Chinese, but he's German. But he was born in China. Ooh, controversy. Ooh. Lorenzo with the gifted to Yolfi. Lorenzo paying it forward like, well, shoot, you're going to give me a sub. I'm going to go ahead and give somebody else a sub. Lorenzo's got 17 gifteds. Yolfi's now in the Hammers. Boom, just like that. Love the Shishas. 90-minute goal from Nacional. Exactly what we asked for. How am I doing? Well, I'm okay. We didn't perform as well as we could have against Man City. Now we got to wait like 3 league matches to be able to play Man City again. But the league chase is getting steamy. And of course, there's a lot of things on the line, because if we don't finish top 2 in the league, then we're losing João Silva, because his release clause is like 21 million if we're not in the Champions League. So just a nice, fun thing to think about. By not selling him, we are essentially betting that we're going to get in the Champions League next season. And shoot, I think we're going to win the league this year, but it's a tough one. Hassan Mohammed, UAE fullback. No. You will never be good enough to justify the salary that you are making in the UAE. Look at all these gifteds, dude. Marky with the first ever gifted sub to Xbox Gamer, taking that next step to go make somebody's day. Xbox Gamer is in the hammers. Boom. And then McCardell is in the hammers as well. Ja, who is one of the all-time hammer legends on 244 gifted subs over a long, illustrious career. With the gifted to McCardell. And McCardell, you got that bacon? Emotes? Everything. Boom, you're there. Incredible scenes. Incredible scenes. And then Thomas Robertson's like, screw that. I'm gonna drop my prime. I'm gonna be in the hammers on my own. Appreciate that. $5 of Bezos money that he'll never see again. Easy money. I should hydrate though. We had a lot of highs there in that Man City match. Hydrate, bring it back down to earth a little bit. Okay. Okay. A lot of highs. Bring it back down. Breathe. Just got to take care of business. Boa Vista's a solid team. Braga's a solid team. These aren't pushovers. Just play our game. You know, we're gonna look to play our game. We're gonna look to really make the magic happen today. That'd be amazing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Come on, he's worth a lot more than 12 million, and you're a Chinese club. I don't even think Eastgren would go take that money. Maliev, whoa! With the 5 gifted subs from our Maliev. Thank you, Crocodildo, and Desert Pigeon, and Neo Crowley, and Perdush, and Euro, Dollar, Pound. You guys are now in the hammers. You're welcome. That was an artistic interpretation of your names. Automatrix, thank you so much for the tier 3 gifted. Oh, baby. That's a tier 3 gifted sub right there. That's a tier 3 gifted sub. Straight down to Mr. Boardface, and you're now in the hammers. You've got golden bacon and everything. And Radical Cole TV, thank you for the prime. This is a burgeoning big hype train right here, chat. It's a burgeoning big hype train. I don't know. This guy he doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. Alan Gemmel. Obviously the passing is a lot of fun. He's got a long way to go, though. We ever move that one guy to the top of our scouting thing? I think we should go check that before the Ukrainian. We moved him, right? Yeah, Doran Benshea is up there. Okay. Wow, Peter Ilko is like actually just terrible. We had an inkling that this guy was going to be really good, but he's actually just terrible. Sorry, Peter. He just turned 17, though. I'm not going to cancel that scouting yet. He's got to. We could be wrong. He's very young. X Dogma. Throwing down 5 gifteds to Wolfie Tardis, Jordinosaur Yikes, and Pizza Trinet. Boom, in the hammers, just like that. Longa Jonesy said, got a dip, can't thanks enough for yesterday. Have a good rest of your stream. You got it, boss. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for dropping the gifteds. Gavin Bazunu. God, he looks like he cost a boatload of money that I don't have. Sebastian Minna, Richard Bassa. That's good. Good. Khalid Al-Harbi. We already know Khalid Al-Harbi's good. Khalid Al-Harbi. Like that was weirdly close to how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. That, or I just missed by 1.5 miles, but we move. He's playing the CONCACAF Champions League. We all know that's the real highest level of competition anywhere in the world. Badir, this dude is just really quick and really good at dribbling and can't do anything else. He'd be great in the Israeli league, though. Shoot. All right, Boa Vista, let's do this. Let's dance. I'm going to not play anybody in this U19s match because we got a U23s match where you'll be able to actually get more higher level competition. Oh, that's rare. You don't see Emmanuel Urawath get up on this list because of his personality and stuff. So I'm really going to encourage that. Hey, man, I just wanted to say you looked great today. You were smiling more. You know, you brought a great vibe. You weren't angry 24/7. You were only angry 23/6. So, like, we were really happy about that. We appreciate the vibes you brought to the training ground today, man. We appreciate it. Sorry for being late to the stream. What results have you been getting? Best FM21 streamer. Yeah, man! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Let's go! Let's see. We won 1-0 against Nacional, played really well, and then I blacked out for about half an hour, and then we started getting ready for this Boa Vista match. That's what happened. Thank you for the 100 bits. My Italians Serie B club can't find a senior affiliate after surgery. Oh, I hate that, Senior Nintendo. Appreciate the bits, but that happens. I mean, there's a million different things that go into what, like, the board wants in that situation. We should loan this guy to a freaking MLS team so that he gets a lot of reputation and value over there. I mean, he already plays a lot for Canada, but he has a bunch of Canada caps. He's in my reserve team. He's, like, not great, but he's apparently the best Canada can do at center back at the moment. Missed 2 hydrates. Yo, it's Cousin! Gifting a tier 3 sub to Ninja. Big Football Manager fan from what I've heard. Really, really happy. Silva. What do you mean you can't run with the ball more often? We just spent half a year training it. Perth Glory? I mean, that could create Asian reputations that he could sell to China. But he's not good enough to be a top-level Chinese, like, signing. He's just Canada's starting center back. Ben Kendall. Whatever. He needs playing time. You're going to Perth. MLS doesn't want to give you any shots. Look, we wanted positive reaction after the loss to Man City. We know Salto's had a few good days against us. You know what? I'm going to get cocky. I'm going to say we can stop him. I think we will stop Salto today. Away to Boa Vista, I think we're going to stop the guy. Just won the treble with Gateshead. I've completed the game. Put some respect on Canada. I would. It's just hard when my reserve center back is their starting player at like 18 years old. Like, Ben Kendall's got like 20 Canada caps. He's 19. It's incredible. Canada, just for whatever reason, doesn't have any center backs right now. And so Ben Kendall gets wheeled out to play next to Alphonso Davies in the Canadian backline. Like, nice. Nailed it. Cousin, thank you. By the way, it was a tier 3 gifted sub to Ninja. Just gifted him a tier 3. Gary's very excited about that. I mean, really, calm down a little bit, Gary. It's getting weird. Thank you. God, he's not even, like, well, he is good, actually. So, even though he's really expensive, he's also in our league and would be the type of person that we could afford to do something with. Browse, please. Poor favor. Okay, who is Pereira's gonna need a break today? Got it. That's okay. We've got 45 strikers that would love to take a swing at being the center forward. Boys and Philanders, the guy that I think deserves that look the most. Magnus Cliven's gonna be up around the bench as well for JJ Men. Where's Cordoba? All right, he's coming back from I don't even know, honestly. I have no idea what happened to him. Lamine Kemenati will be there, and then Cerna and Karolainen. Karolainen needs the breather, so Cerna. We should only have to do this like this time, and then we should have a pretty available senior team. Chavera there. Almeida he's really young, and so he gets worn out easily. So we'll go Kinu Bombo. out there. So Borges, Philander, Zamudio, Petr Todorov, Barrientos is like not okay, but we're just going to run him anyways next to Klebinio, and we're going to distribute out through Klebinio. So we're going back to play it out of defense. We're going to lower things, you know, down, start positive. We're going to specifically distribute to Klebenho. Beautiful. And then this goes higher to take away that pass in behind, and we don't want to force the opposition outside anymore. Attack one. Yep, looks all good to me. Which means we can fly in and give our U23 people some looks. Hala Amra, Shavera. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that. You guys are all on the bench today. Sucks to suck. Navarro, Matias, Nascimento, Daher. Also not match sharp, but we don't want him to have to play in the senior match here. Honestly, we're getting a week break out of this. I think we just take Daher and put him in the first team. What's the point if we're going to just throw him 90 minutes down there? Shavera out, Carbajal out, Daher in. He's not even match sharp. How can you be tired and not be match sharp? It's ridiculous. What's the gap to first? We are in first if we win all our matches in hand. That's what's important to remember. 2 points ahead of Porto if we win all our matches in hand. I won 14 league games in a row and didn't allow a goal, and I'm still second in the Eredivisie to Ajax. So eventually you'll play Ajax, and then you'll have to beat them. All right. We're playing out through Klebinio as a center back. I would like to control the pace of this game and thoroughly dominate. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Easy money. We have to reset our set pieces, which we have not done yet. We can do that now. Team sheets are in. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it. Do. Really insane how tall our team is. I just need to switch around like who's up here and who's carrying. That'd be on Zamudio. So we're aiming for Kevin. Anytime Borges is in, he's the second guy there. Todorov from the top of the box, Buizin at the back post so that we have like a really natural goal scorer. And then Zamudio keeps a lid on things so that they don't get away from us. All right, we're ready to rock. Urawath is aggressive. Water is wet. Okay, let's show this. Show the world what this team's all about. Because the world is watching us play a road game against Boa Vista, a mid-table team this year. McCardell's finally part of the Hammers and looking good, too. Sheesh. All right. The player is sent on a leadership course. Yeah, he's still available to play. He just can't do any, like, specialized extra training. Because he, like, leaves practice after the initial team training to go to his leadership course, allegedly. Let's go, boys. Come on. Come on, man. This is what we're talking about here. Good tackle. The board's still looking for a location for our stadium. They're going for an 18,000 all-seater. We know that's all we know right now. Somebody's got to be able to catch Fernandez, right? Why aren't they just dinking the ball all over Kingdom? Well, that's not... Thank you, Kevin. Daher, what are we doing, man? How do we miss that? On Barrientos? Are you serious right now? I'm not even worried. I'm going to go change my opposition instructions because I've been meaning to look at that. We're going to work on Facundo Salto. Jose Guevara is going to look to stay wide. And... Okay, Nathan's going to cut in, right? Yeah. So is Nathan just the dribbler? There's no way, right, chat? No, it wasn't on Daher. There's no way it was on Daher, man. Daher didn't even make the challenge. It was Barrientos who stepped in to save Daher afterwards. What are you? What? What in Sam Hill are you talking about? Is it really? And I'm gonna be able to see, like, oh God, that's not a penalty. It didn't say on the bottom, but the bottom did say he's going over to review a foul. That looked harsh, and now it's in. Well, they don't have to come forward anymore. And Salto did score. That's annoying. And they're going to be like, well, you've let Facundo Salto score against you again. How do you feel? And I'll be like, ay, ay, ay. They're going crazy in Boa Vista. We got to throw the counter punch quickly. We got to go after this game now. Tweak the way that we want to play so that it's still nice and balanced. I mean, we're not even holding the ball well right now. We are doing absolutely nothing right now. Let's try and play in their half of the field even more. Really loving the match ratings we're getting right now. The team does not seem to be at the races. We're not creating anything. We're not doing anything. Target man. Let's play a little bit more direct, higher, more direct. Extremely high tempo for the rest of the half. Alejandro Daher is going to be up on this wing, and he's going to be attacking. And so he's going to be there when we play out. We're going to play off Borges now instead of Clavinio. Okay, let's get the ball up and then play around that ball, please. Games like this drive me absolutely insane. I got no idea what's going on. There were no highlights. Unlucky. Try and give the team a little bit of faith, a little bit of belief. They're not threatening the goal at all. Halftime sub that could help. Boys and Philander's not been good at all. Let's go Magnus Cliven, please. Thank you. Playing next to Borges. We needed to change something, and that's, you know, the key attacking role. We'll be getting Cliven out. He scored the last time he touched the field, so he's also either-footed, so when a chance falls, he's more likely to be able to take it than Philander. He's very one-footed, but he's a speed demon. All right, Garay, let's find somebody. That's not anywhere near Borges. You're supposed to be better with the ball. He might be on here. He's not. I said might be. Come on, guys. We need a burst of inspiration. Emmanuel Irowath might just be that guy. How can you get worked by one guy, man? He's not even like a 40 on my scouting recommendation. Back to the corner. Back to the... Or just run there. That works too. Come on, back up, everybody. We need a set-piece goal badly here to shake this open for us. That was a huge save by Garay, honestly. Oh, shoot! Never mind. Just run. Oh, good pass! Oh, my goodness. Great pass. Magnus Cliven just hit the defender. Labinho's on the sides. We're a man down defending a throw-in, which is an absolute AI disaster class. Thank you, Petter. I mean, we're just completely outnumbered in the box. And we're doing absolutely nothing about it. Thank you. Let's get Labinho off. I don't have time for this. Not now. And then what we're gonna do here is go with like one of these, and then like Todorov inverted, Samudio inverted, fullbacks up, and then we've got like Arias as a box to box, a Urawath defending on this side, Gama's getting forward as well. They like standard width. Lower our directness a little bit, and let's just let's get the ball out to the fullbacks now, so we can work it up to the wings and then play from there. Yes. Okay. This should help. Go forth and conquer. Come on! Yes, Bruno! Yes, Bruno! Very well done. Arias, Borges, Daher. God. That was nicely worked. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this highlight going. Let's keep this highlight going. Nice. A Urawath. Where are we looking here? Nice pass. Samudio takes somebody on. Good, we got a bunch of dudes in the box. Samudio just walking by people. That's us. There we go. Come on! What's up, FIFA Ashton? Get in. Come on, Barrientos. We need that domineering Kevin Barrientos of legend here. Lower the tempo a little bit, but this is, I mean, we got one more sub, and looking up and down my bench at who might be able to crack this game open. I actually want to do Mabasso is no, it's got to be a Urawath, man. A Urawath is king liability here. We'll take Todorov off, or no, Todorov is going to stay in. He's going to be the box to box. Arias is going to be center mid on attack, and I want Mabasso out here. We've done this before as an advanced playmaker. He scored one of the biggest goals in the history of the club as an advanced playmaker. In the wide areas. Let's go, man. We're all over this. I think we're in the right spaces, and then we give that up. Kinu. It's all right, man. It's decent with the ball. Should be fine. Magnus, chill. Nice pass. Daher. It's a freaking siege right now. This is good. I think there are multiple goals in this match for us still. We just got to keep pushing. Nice pass. Daher. Alejandro. Samudio. Oh, my. Hi. Good header. Very dangerous from corners right now. We always are, kind of, but just bring it down. He figured it out. Oh, Samudio. Let's go. Come on, Sterling regen. Run! Arias! Blocked. It's all right. This is good. This pressure is good. These constant highlights. We're getting them off the ball because they're having to play long. Except they finally figured it out. We have to cover the middle more. Gama's there. I mean, this is blocked, yeah. Bruno Gama shadowed him well. I'm not worried about that play. Thank you. And up. Good pass. What a freaking ball by Garay. Oh, Mabasso. Got one. Borges. Goodness me, you snail. Run. Faster than that, please. Todorov. We got two guys over here. Zamudio. Zamudio. This is great. This is great. It's creative. We're attacking the defense. Oh, that's just a terrible ball by Bruno Gama. And even worse defense by Kevin Barrientos. Garay, we probably should be catching that, my man. Oh, Todorov, and now it's open. Petter, Magnus Clive, the Norwegian. He's got one. He's got him in the box. Oh no! I have over 2 XG and we haven't scored, dude. That's it's pretty insane there, bro. Okay, man, I'm loving this. I am loving this. I think it's get stuck in time. It's not wider time. We've already got a wide formation, but this is send it in Jerome time. Hey, Todorov, you ever worked this hard in your life? Probably not, right? But work this hard now. Because all of a sudden, after 15 minutes of just sheer domination and nonstop highlights, we've finally been befallen by a dry spell here. That's a good block. Run! Come on, Walter. And then just get this to Cliven. What a goal! Oh, it's the captain! He's done it again! What a goal from Walter Mabasso! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! The Australian hero! What an absolutely wonderful goal when it had to happen. He's gone alone. He's gone magnificently. And he scored the equalizing goal. My captain, baby. That's my captain. What a run. What a finish. I was just begging him to pass it, but he's got that clutch gene. He sees this, he sees his moment. Scores a wonderful goal in the 88th minute. Let's go on and win this here. Let's go on and win this. We got our boys up. We're staying up. We're going for the win. Let's go. They're up there. I see him. Pass the ball or just run away from these guys if you have the legs. Come on, let's go on and win this. That's us. That's us. Still us. It's got nobody showing for the ball. We've got to run. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Off a throw. Back. Walter. Arias! We're still good. No, he's offside. God, what a stupid call. Carlos, my man. Carlos. Shouldn't be allowed to pass the ball there. Low key should not be allowed to pass the ball to that spot on the field. We have wingers there for a reason. All right, this is our ball. He touched that going out. Trying to keep it in for some dumb reason. Daher, what is that? You've got 17 passing. Great play by Bombo. Keanu Bombo read it. He got in there and disrupted the pass. Oh, Cliven. Bruno, play him! Thank you. We're good. They're listening to me. Mabasso. Mabasso again. This is fun. We just get to pretend we don't see the guy standing right in front of us. I love this game. Come on. Come on. And then just put this ball in the box and miss everybody. Exactly what I was thinking. What a dumb draw. We have to go back to their goal, which was a 4th-minute penalty, which was not a penalty, which we've established. Oh, wait. Naturally, seems like a good time to blow the whistle. Not when, you know, the ball goes out of play in the other corner, but once we have a little bit of belief. Thank you, Walter, for salvaging the draw. Hey, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. My man, and Delangy, thank you for the 2 months as well. Welcome back. Looking forward to you cooking that bacon next month. It's going to be nice and crispy and toasty, and yikes. Goal out of the top drawer from Abasa. I mean, absolutely. This is a great effort.
Sunday was a hard day. Not recovered yet. It will get easier, right? Happily there has been daily ODFC to ease the pain since, so many thanks as always, for the quality content.
I got you, man. Thank you, Gimme Shelton. And it will get easier. I had to live with a sporting event that from some angles was in the same ballpark, at least in terms of earth-shattering. My college was University of Virginia, and in my senior year of college, the men's basketball team, which had long been regarded as kind of postseason chokes, I would say much the same as England is, I guess, but the type of team like Man City that once you get to they're always really good, but once you get to the knockout stages, they lose, right? And in my senior year, we had the best season that we'd had in like living memory. We were 35 and like 2. You know, like we were unbelievable. We barely lost a game. And we go into March Madness, which is the giant college basketball tournament, and we become the first #1 seed in March Madness to lose to the lowest seeded team in the tournament, which is the 16 seed in that section. And I'm a Hokie. Congrats on your 0 national titles. Really enthusiastic about that. You guys really massive polished trophy case. A lot of ACC titles in there that you get to spit shine. You know. And UMBC beat us. And that was pretty earth-shattering. You know, that was like, we had to live with that for a whole year. And look, there are real problems in the world that go way beyond sports. But I mean, it really does hit you in a certain way where you're like, you're affected by it. You know, your confidence is affected by that. But you know, look, you made the final. You lost on penalties. Any team that isn't Italy would have loved that performance out of that tournament. So, yeah, I don't want to talk about opposition players away. And then we went out next year and we won the national title, and just kind of this miraculous run with a team that was also very good. Obviously, had a lot of similar players that it had the time before. But yeah, often if you make it part, I think what Tony Bennett, who's the coach of that basketball team, said is, look, now this is part of your story, and you get to decide whether it's the part of your story that's like good, you know, it's the hurdle that you have to overcome, or whether it's the part of the story that's bad. You get to decide like what part of your story that is. Is this the end, or is it the beginning? Is the story that this generation of England players got to the final and lost in penalties, or is it that they got to the final and lost in penalties, but then they got back and won? And I honestly think that they probably will win, probably a Euros, but because I think a World Cup is harder to win. I think in England definitely could win the next Euros. I mean, when you look at the the youth of the team that was there now. That's a long way away, but it's always something to hope for. It's the same way I dream about the 2026 World Cup and the U.S. being able to compete at a super high level in that. Man City was garbage till they got oil money. Virginia was bottom half in the ACC for many years. Yep, it was. Schwafta, thank you for the $1 donation. But it does get easier. Gets a lot easier if you start winning again. Yeah, he did go to Wisconsin Green Bay. Played at Wisconsin Green Bay. And then he played in the NBA for a couple of years. Tony Bennett did. Fickle is really high ambition. A couple other things. I'd watch the video. I don't ever remember off the top of my head. Do Americans watch the Euros? Yeah, it was on primetime television. It was on ESPN, like the main ESPN channel, the entire Euros, every match. Yeah. Misconception that, like, the soccer is like rugby in the U.S. No, soccer's huge in the U.S. It's massive. It's more popular than hockey. More people tuned into the U.S. first Gold Cup match against Haiti, which was a really solid game, I thought. Not for us, but like in terms of a neutral spectator, it was an entertaining game. We missed about 35 million chances and almost accidentally drew them, but that's neither here nor there. That's actually something I'd prefer to forget. More people watched that than watched the Stanley Cup on average, which the Tampa Bay Lightning won. You know, life is good. ESPN Plus had awful multi-view, though. Yeah, well, I just watched it on the actual TV. For the an ignorant English person, what's the best college team ever? You mean like basketball? The best college basketball team's probably Kansas, North Carolina, or Duke, which is a school in North Carolina. UCLA has a bunch of national titles. So University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. Oh yes, Benfica just dropped more points. Everybody starts to choke around this time of year. You love to see it. Sporting is like legit competing right now. They're in fourth. Sporting is back, led by Ruben Miranda, the explosive wing. Took him long enough. Mayo, Kentucky. I did forget that Kentucky is definitely a good basketball team.
You know
college.
what you can't turn around? UVA football. Hokey high.
Yeah, you know, we did finally win against Virginia Tech football, so I'm glad that we've got that down. We can wait another 10 years and just keep winning national titles in, you know, every sport except for football, granted. Is an Arizona, I mean, yeah, Lute Olson led you guys to a title. There are a lot of good college basketball teams, but I'm talking about like the big, major, historically fantastic ones. In Virginia was, in the olden days, a very good team, but it fell off for a while and then was guided back to the top. Is that quickness training? I'm about to just put you on personal quickness training, so you stop bothering me. Come on, Porto. They have a very tough match against Chelsea, who's been just fantastic in this save. Richard Basha. Obviously talented, not talented enough. Yeppy Kier joining Anderlecht permanently in the near future. Well, we'll be tracking that. Seems to... they're out. They're definitely out. Whoa! What the... Whoa! The disrespect to Big Jim Boeheim. I'm a Syracuse alum. My grad school, I'm in Syracuse right now. Is Syracuse a traditional basketball powerhouse with a bucket of national titles? No, it has one. But Rangers with the 2-0 win over Bayern Munich in the knockouts? Yeah, that happened. Scotland's back, baby. And it's not going anywhere. Love it. Stevie G, best manager of all time, maybe. Who do you think the Lightning will lose in the expansion draft? Probably a lot of people. I mean, the Lightning are just a fabulous team on the ice, and so a lot of the players are going to go, and we'll hold on to who we can. I think they're trying to like negotiate a 34 million. Well, 26 up front, and then a bunch of clauses I don't care about. Hemanani, Cordoba, Navarro, Matias. Still not 100% match sharp. Dude, you gotta... Come on. Come on. Get match sharp with me here. Work with me here. Okay. You can't just sit around being like the only dude at the entire club that's not freaking match sharp. We've played 1.5 million matches. Jose, you've got to be sharp. The whole team has to be sharp all the time or I've failed. God, Alejandro. Freaking tweaking muscles and stuff. Ridiculous. Hoffman of Scotland. When will we see your like again? My favorite thing about the Scottish national anthem is you can hear the accent while they're singing it. It's a pretty freaking high rating for a 17-year-old, guys. That's a high level of current ability in a 17-year-old. Octay Duran from Trabzonspor. You are going right to the top of our scouting, and Desislav Valeri. Oh my God. One of these guys is going to turn into a great player. Both of them, I don't know. But either the Turk or the Bulgarian's going to be really good. How many Bezos bucks to get the Pride shirt back in the shop? It was just for June, unfortunately, Seago. But there's a summer shirt in there that's just for July that you can snag, of course. And I also have one of those. It's very, very nice. What is the best ever football game at the college level? The best ever football game at the college level? Ooh. That's an impossible question to answer. Cyclonic Drop, thank you for the 3 months. Part of the Hammers, dude. Desislav Valeriev. Kim Jong-young. Some really, really high-quality players around on these reports. 16-year-old French forward Adrien Rassu. Just having fun with names at this point. Fun with words with Zealand. Passos Ferreira's got a winger who's got a shot. Menegini. I feel like I had him on trial at one point. Hassam Hamdi. This dude's still playing in friggin' Egypt. Friggity frag. Boris Renich. Seems to be a player that they're looking to unload. And he also seems to be a player that's pretty freaking good. Okay, couple of guys that we are prioritizing. We scroll. Octay Duran, but he is not number one priority. Number one priority is Desislav Valeriev. And I think number one is actually going to be Doran Benshea. This dude looks like a maniacally talented 17-year-old. We're starting, our reworking of our scouting department is starting to like really take root. You know what I mean? Like oh, Celtic not having the same success. United with Sam Chukwueze's up on Real Madrid. Drama. Best college game of all time, though. There was that game where Florida State had to score the touchdown like the last couple seconds to win the national title. That was pretty fabulous. The Clemson, Alabama, Clemson's first win with Deshaun Watson at quarterback was an incredible championship game. I'm just thinking of titles. Obviously, one, the USC Texas back when I was a kid is considered one of the best games of all time. McLaughlin's just not our top transfer target anymore, so we're gonna go and remove him as the top transfer target. Jose Almeida's still making $7,000 a year. I think we should probably keep that going as long as possible. Maybe this offseason we'll negotiate a new contract for him because he's about to become a first-team player, and we want to have a nice bit of longevity to that. Yo, Valuted Python, thank you for the 4 months of the Twitch Prime. $20 of Jeff Bezos money spent by Valuted Python alone. That's just the stuff you love to see. You love to see it. Johnny Football versus Mahomes. I mean, that was just like yardage bonanza, but in terms of it being... I feel like you need the weight of it being a national championship for it to be the best game of all time. Right. I loved the game that Tua came in to throw the touchdown, but everybody hates Alabama, so that's probably not it. But like, that was a great game. They literally switched quarterbacks to win the national title. Who switches quarterbacks in a national title game, you know? And it worked. It's insane. Mohamed Khelaf. He's a talented player, but he's never going to be good enough. You know, he's never going to be good enough. And that's what matters. Dart Dallas, thank you for the 6 months as part of the Hammers, and Benfica just dropped even more points, so Benfica's like removing themselves from the equation right now. We have 3 matches in hand on them, and we are only 2 points behind them at this point. Just gotta find our groove. We did not have a groove in the last match that we played. We've got to find our groove, boys. Find it. Have you lost your groove? Because I'll help you find it. Villanova 2016 title win sticks with me. For basketball, Jenkins for the championship. Oh! Great call. You missed big man on campus rubbing it in that his team always beats UVA. There are other sports that aren't football sometimes. Just so you know. We're still rich, baby. Maybe not in money, but in resources. It's actually true. We are quite wealthy in the resources we have in our team to allow us to make money. Cordoba, you're up again. Nascimento, yes. Anybody else? Lamine Falls already exhausted. Almeida's gonna get a run. Transfer delayed due to work permit. Scouting finished. Our scouts are just blitzing the list that we have. So Daher's hurt. We'll go Carbajal. It's not like Daher covered himself in glory the last time he played anyways. Where's Iskren? He's back in, baby. Iskren, Barrientos, and just get Bruno Gama off my screen, man. The difference in quality between like a multiple misclicks in a row between a Bruno Gama and a Lamine Mendez is just gargantuan. I mean, it's just a massive gulf between those two. This is a dangerous team right here. This is a fit team. This is a rested team. I've trusted Kino Bombo. We're gonna rotate Bombo in with Iskren this time around. Mendez is still not rested. Sheesh, dude. Sheesh. Pick my sheesh up off the floor. Lamine Mendez still can't play. Guess we're going with Bruno Gama, who's just gonna sit out there and play defense. Yeah. Pereira recovers quickly. There's no way Armando Pereira's not ready to play in this game, but he's picked up a bit of a knock. He's fine. Armando Pereira is fine. Basso, you're in. You're the regular starter now. Karlanen, you okay? You feeling nice and fresh? Well, in that case, we'll go ahead and swap you out with Arias, Samudio, Cliven, Todorov, Hishin, Barrientos. No? Question mark? Chavera, where are you? Save me. I can go get whoever I want as the other fullback sub. All right, in this case, Klebinio. So Todorov, Hishin, Arias, Samudio, Cliven, Shabalala back in goal. We did give Garay the run that time. Okay. Borges should probably be around this bench as well, so I'm going to go ahead and drop off Todorov. As much as I love his versatility. It's not like he's been the best guy ever recently. Team selected, chat. Sheesh. Learn deep breathing exercises in the mountains of Tibet. Dangerous journey. Porto faced Portimonense. Weird name game going on there. I think Porto's going to win, though. We have Pereira available. I'm not going to talk about my team selection, Mr. Teixeira. Did your parents just name you A. Dot, or was that... What's going on there? Just an abbreviation. Everybody else has their full name in here. What's going on with you? What do you have to hide? Are you a spy? What are your feelings about Castillo's situation? I don't even know who that is, Bob. Next question. All right. Still, Kemanani, get out of here, man. You got a virus. He's got the vid. Away with you. We actually put an island in the training facility. We can throw him on there. Slacker room atmosphere. Really dipping for a team that's doing fine. Check our U23s. Make sure we don't have any sub dudes. Igurai, go ahead and get yourself a game. And JJ Men, go ahead and get yourself a game. Not available today. Or not selected for the match itself. Might as well collect some sharpness. Do you have any ideas why my board don't give me any option? To ask for more sports scientists? No. I mean, it's... Sports science is the sort of thing that you get available the bigger your club gets, and I guess they just don't have the option for literally every staff position, so you can't ask for more sports scientists, but the bigger your club gets, the more sports scientists you'll have available. It's not like it is a stagnant number. It's not like it's a stagnant number. We're national champions as well. We won club baseball, club hockey, and have the best bass fishing team in the nation. Does the NCAA give away a bass fishing national championship? In which case you still haven't won it, because I know that you have never won an NCAA national championship. But I'm really happy that your JV teams dominate, big man. Very happy for you. Let's go. 12 rounds. Can do this all day long. I don't want to see anybody on here. Two of these guys are lone players, and then we have, or trial players, and then we have Mr. Victor Navarro. Time to praise some dudes, though. As that locker room atmosphere goes, so does the training. But at least a Eurowatt this year. No, that's not what we wanted to talk about. Dang it. Sorry, I forgot what I called you in my office for. Talk to you later. Oh, yeah, it was about your training, Emmanuel. It's been brilliant. We've really enjoyed it. Thank you for mildly improving for multiple years in a row. And thus begins the process of playing a match every 4 days in the league until we die.
Heapity hoppity.
Thomas, thank you for the 10 months. Isidro. It's time to get an affiliate. Us? To get like a youth affiliate. I would say next year, as long as we win the league, we're going to be a really sustainable economic force. And once we get that stadium down as well, because our match day income is really limited compared to the teams we're competing with. Like a nice top tier stadium with 18,000 all seated and, you know, boxes and stuff would be huge for match day income and like the stability of our finances without selling players for buckets of money. So we only really want to start building that super strong affiliate network of like, you know, youth recruitment and expanding our scouting networks and those sorts of things. Once we know we can afford those contracts long term without, you know, putting literally 500,000 to $1 million on our out sheet. We don't really need it for loans. Suppose we got like a third division team, that'd be great. I mean, we've tried a new strategy to get my B team promoted to the 4th division so that we can start to like game the system and stack my B team so that they can get promoted up to the 2nd division and we have like a good team to loan down to. So they're still in the non-playable leagues, which is a real problem. I mean, it is like club sports is a high level of competition. I've watched it, and we've got, you know, a club tennis title. So but it pales in comparison. It is a remarkable stat that Zhang Shunmin just had a wonderful reserve match. It's a remarkable stat that a team that is, or like a school that is as good at sports as Virginia Tech is, does not have a national championship, but they don't, which is just amazing. Would you recommend getting a B team? Look, they're going to come in a non-playable league, and we've tried a couple of different strategies to get my B team promoted. We're working on the latest. I'll let you know how it goes. Wow, Peter Ilko really just flopped out of the gate as a guy that we were initially tremendously excited about, and we prioritized for scouting. We prioritized that guy for scouting. That's why you scout. Right
Your
there.
thoughts on the Jorginho foul on Grealish? I am English, so still sad.
Yeah, it's a yellow. I mean, it's a yellow. Chiellini is a yellow. Like, Jorginho's trying to step on the ball. He ends up stepping on his thigh. He's not like trying to leave one on him there. It's a yellow to me. I know that in the passion of the game that there are a lot of people sitting there like, it's 2 red cards, and you're just like, it's just not really. It's just not, though. It's just not 2 red cards. And it's a shame, obviously, for England that it wasn't, but I think a lot of neutrals were also rooting against England, but I know a lot of neutrals were kind of rooting for England, just like, let's end this ridiculous streak now, please. No, that's what we wanted. Okay. Kino Bombo is not going to be the focus here. It is going to be Ansi Karolainen, and we're just going to make those changes, and then everything else should be set. Bombo there. Isgren's the focus. Actually, honest to goodness, he's got better heading. He does not, though. So it is Isgren. That is the main focus here. Okay. Let's win this match. It's Braga. They're talented, but let's win it comfortably. Let's play our game. Kino Bombo, I trust. He's been an impressive player for us. We're favorites. We should be winning this comfortably. We've got a lot of regular starters out there. I want to put pressure on the team to succeed. Now that we're able to play starters in the league, a lot of rotation through the team throughout the course of this backstretch of the season, trying to stay fresh so that we can really be fresh for big matches and we're not overworking ourselves, because there is a lot of fixture congestion. So this is just the art of using the squad right now, and we're going to have a lot of matches in hand. We have 13 matches to play, and they have 10. So using the squad. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Matt, thank you for the prime. Lazy Turtle with the prime as well. You guys got the bacon, the emotes, and beautiful, beautiful access to the subsection of the Discord. I don't know why that would be beautiful. Discord's a pretty nice, user-friendly site, though. It's pretty cool. 83. Thank you for the question. I mean, it's just like if they'd called that a red card, there would have, it would have been a little tainted. Can I not get a penalty there? The penalty you gave Boa Vista in the last match, I'm not getting that. Cheeky little ball by Kinu. Christian. Oh, yeah, Ansi, Silva. We were expecting another pass, but it's okay. It's okay. Walter.
Up the Dragoons.
I love that. Up the Dragoons! Thank you for the 4 months. The Royal Dragoons taking the field today. Oh, it's us, right? We're right on that, yeah. Bold and ambitious pass. Good. Onsi Karolainen. Silva. Just seem likely to break them open, does it? Chaz, I appreciate that. Bro-tato chip. Give me the ball. Thank you. No, thank you. I take it back. I'm not thanking you. It's a struggle. Turn and burn, baby. Oh, he's in. This says, love the content. Greetings from Austria. Thank you for distracting me from whatever the Sam Hill just happened. What in God's green earth is going on here? How do we not score this? I mean, was this was as open as I thought it was, right? Yes. Oh my God. That shot is headed to Narnia. He's yeeted this into the stratosphere. Logan, thank you for the 14 months. What is that? You've got freaking 15 finishing. You have like 30 goals this year. How is that your best effort in that situation? We get a nice little bounce of the ball. It just sits up for you. You take a touch and pass. Just tap it in. Just pass it in. But no, you got to do that instead. Oh, Mabasso. Yeah, well, in case you were wondering where that shot was headed, that's where. The new game progress has not moved for an hour. Sawyer, you have the old version. Download the new version after completely uninstalling the version you currently have on your computer. That means you've got to go into the program files and delete the new GAN stuff, and I'm so happy that ball went wide. It was going to be pleasantly furious. Just disastrous misplay there. We're going to forget it ever happened. We're okay. It's a one-off. We're there, Kinu Bombo. Oh, nice work by Silva. Hassling from that position at striker. Karolainen with the back heel interception, which you just love. Oh, what a pass. Silva's in here. His cheeky little chip attempt got blocked, but thank goodness it just fell for him at the angle, and a nice little tap in. You know, 1-0. 1-0. It's a beautiful goal. Beautiful team goal. Honestly, it was. Karolainen into Carbajal. That was all lovely. I'm just really happy we're in the lead. You know. That's how happy I am right there. Whatever you're doing, whether you're on a different tab, whether you're watching on TV, whatever you're doing, it is time a cat jam, chat. To cleanse your chakras and create the ultimate vibe. Don your shades, right? Lock into whatever you're doing. Watch how Silva just blasts this ball into the goalkeeper. And just capture that vibe. And cat jam as hard as you possibly can. It's not hard to do. And it does wonders. I do it 3 times every morning. In the shower, when I'm shaving, and when I'm eating breakfast, which is a little hard with the cereal. But that's okay. We're gonna give a team talk. This is on in the locker room. What's up? Don't get complacent. Just kidding. I love you. All right, cool. Off we go. Second half. Inject it into my veins. Let's go, ODFC. Let's score a goal for the cat jam here. That's my ball. Quiero pelota. Oh, it's crazy. Blacked out there for a second. Don't even know what happened. Oh, we're in the 80th minute? Oh, geez. Okay, let's make a change or two. Wow. Whew. Feel a little lightheaded. Know about you guys? Don't know what happened there. It's pretty crazy. Okay, turn on some time wasting. And fresh legs in the midfield, of course. Always the move. When we're not playing a particularly inspired brand. My ball. Yay. Good. Somebody help Heeshin, please. We're going to block this anyways. The guy's taking an hour and a half to shoot it, but somebody help the guy. He's getting mugged. He's like 3 inches tall, okay? What is he supposed to do in that situation? Somebody come help Heeshin out, please. Goodness gracious me. Good composure. Oh, that's just cheeky. Drop it down. Flick a lovely ball out wide to Carbajal. Oh, now Silva. An excellent little pocket of space. Use the fullback here, Joe. Use the fullback. Good. That's fine. We'll take a set piece here. We're domineering off set pieces. We've been tidy defensively. Let's put this away. I like the time wasting here.
Here a full year. God help me and the dragons.
Eddie Star Show! Wow! With the 12 months in the golden bacon, congrats on hitting this huge milestone with the hammers. Enjoy the golden bacon next to your name, and thank you so much for being part for a year. And, you know, Loud and the FM gods are going to need to help us in Manchester in a couple of matches. That's for darn sure. Carbajal. Nice. Good. Oh, he shin! Oh my god. They were so close. Oh my god. I want to watch it again. What was that? That was so good. How close was it to being the goal of the century? Oh, what a absolute rocket. From 5-3 Shiniesta. Oh my word. Oh, I could watch that all day long, man. Oh, what an... nobody near him. Takes his time. That technique. Oh. Oh my goodness. The roof would have gone out of this building if he scored that. Wow. Right at the end of the match, too. Would have been the curtain raise. The curtain dropper. That's fine. I think we're gonna settle into a 1-0 win here, boys. Good work. Controlled the flow of the match. We're able to find an opportunity to score. Definitely should have scored more, but we got to give it a well done, guys, just for our overall impressiveness on the field today. And He-Shin, we know what you can do. Don't worry. We know. We know what you can do, He-Shin. We know. He's capable of... His level of technique is capable of some absolutely special goals. Yeah, we look very solid at the back, obviously. They didn't have a shot on target. That's certainly something we appreciate. The only goal we scored was that blocked 1v1. Claudio Silva's been on trial for a while. We're in no rush. We're winning tackles. Apparently that's good. Vital to get a lot of points at home. Nice, easy press conference, and we move. Bell and Inch is next. On the road. Just got to keep it up. This is the magic of a season. We just have to keep putting these results together, and we're going to be good. That's a watchable world-class miss right there. Yes. The Shaba wall. He didn't have to make a save, though. He's still, honestly, Shabalala, while you see every once in a while... Wow, we have multiple guys in the next gen list that they just named. Ansi Karolainen and Alejandro Daher are both around the next gen list. Karolainen might deserve it. The dude's come out of nowhere to just grab a spot in the lineup. Yeah, Claudio Silva's gone. He's not good enough. Unless he's Portuguese. In which case, he's good enough for the B team. Then again, anybody at the local YMCA is good enough for the B team. It's Peruvian. Get out of ice. Love Peru. Lovely country.
Oh, yeah,
sorry, it's not going to work.
You are welcome.
That's a tier 3 there for 13 months from Rambling Epic. Thank you so much for that. Holy smokestacks. Oh, we got an extra 1.1 million from reaching some, like, fee was paid to the player being in a set number of league games for Atlanta. We just got an extra $1 million just because of our sell-on clause there. That's fun. That's nice. We enjoy that. Thank you. It's like, the transfer obviously didn't just happen, but no, it was for reaching a set number of league games. An extra $1 million for the Z-Man in ODFC. But Rambling Epic, that appreciate those tier 3s. so much. That's that gets the most money into being able to pay 3 full-time editors, you know, and for 13 months, no less. It's incredible. We're gonna look to get some new badges, like the farther that you get, because we're starting. You know, gold and bacon is the top level right now, but there are people that are at higher levels than that. Paulie, thank you for the Twitch Prime as well. It's passive income, exactly. We just made $1 million in our sleep. And we were worried he wasn't going to reach that, so it's nice that he did. Keep that going. This 16-year-old wing is not actually good. We were just fooled because he's 16. Yeah, he's not actually good at all. Even if he did have high potential, he is so bad right now that it is very hard to envision a position where he would ever be able to play enough to develop. Andres Perez from Velez. You love the alliteration is fantastic. First of all, great work there. Shout out to the parents, but think we're gonna not do that. Emiliano Garcia. God, he's just so average at everything. From Francisco Javier Velasquez. No, Fernando. Well, I mean, he's got a really bright future. He's also already playing in... Oh, but he's inconsistent. Shh. That takes him from being on the actual target list to being where he is now. You observe this guy, Daniel Enrique. I feel like I've scouted him before, but we're not sure. Philip Bryanston, we're starting. Roberto Antico. Wow, you are so not high on this guy that I've been convinced to give it up. Waleed Mosen, we're working on it. Faisal Sanhaza of Austria. Another guy that looks like he might have a lot of ability. And then how about Ireland's Stephen Penderville? Boom, shakalaka. He's too expensive for me. An Irishman. Matej Machishki. He's 22 years old, though. And he's still in Poland, which means we're probably being lied to by something in there. He's probably way on the low end of some of that stuff. It's an 18-year-old Nigerian who can ball already. That's a problem for some people. Namely in the AFCON. All right, anybody in there that we wanted to prioritize necessarily? Not the Romanian, the Austrian. I knew there was one. I knew it the moment I saw it, that it was the Austrian. Definitely. Faisal Hassan Haza. Come on, somebody! Take points off Porto, please. We've taken a lot of points up in Fika, but now I'm specifically requesting points be taken off Porto to give us a little breathing room, because it's a 1-point near-run thing right now. Well, Portimonense is really letting me down there. We're not going to stew in that. We're just going to let it go. It might have been 4-0. It might have been 1-0. You know, it's really could have been anything. Could have been anything. Could have been anything. They definitely had a chance. Absolutely. How much do you pay your editors? See, I have no problem talking about the amount of money that I make, but what I don't have, like, permission from them to say is how much they make, right? Because that's not like my personal information, that's their personal information. Like, we make from Twitch, YouTube, other YouTube, and sponsorships this last month is about $16,000 to $17,000. And with that, we pay Reese's full-time wage. We pay we pay Gadget's full-time wage. IAL just got a big raise and has done some fantastic work for the YouTube channel recently. And so IAL also is on a full-time wage for his editing stuff and being, you know, like organizational mod. And then we also pay Smug, who is an editor that we're still kind of like training. And then we pay Elizak. We pay half of Elizak's full-time wage. Elizak is the thumbnail guy. He works for me and one other person. And so we pay half of his full-time wage. And then obviously we pay taxes, right? And so gross, when you look at the number, you're like, sheesh, that's a lot of money. In the end of the day, and honestly, this is the way that it should be. We take that money and we invest it in making better stuff, right? We invested in better equipment, and then once we maxed that out, we ended up with the best camera and 2 amazing computers, right? We invested in the right people to help make, you know, incredible stuff. Dude, we could do 4 or 5 videos a week. We've got a fully functional live channel, right? And a guy in Gadget that edits down every stream is an episode that you guys are able to watch, right? And my wage is always what just ends up trickling down to the end. But it's not like I require a lot of money to live. I don't. Yeah, Diamantino Jesus finally is not good enough to stay. Leandro Albornoz. But yeah, those like the... and so, you know, when the Twitch money goes up, right, which we have the most subs we've ever had right now, that's what allows me to go to IL and say, here's the raise. You're going to be editing more videos. We're going to be doing more videos because the Twitch money has gone up. That's like literally what allows that to happen. I live by myself right now because my roommate has already left. So I live by myself for like a couple weeks, and then I'll have a roommate in Indianapolis named Sam. You guys will meet her, I'm sure. And we will be working for the Colts. For that internship for the month. Are your editors all 20 in stats? Absolutely. They are. Absolutely. Her? Yeah. No, yeah, her and her girlfriend. Chat. Chill. Sam's great. But before you get those eyes going. Jeez, chat. You walked right into a brick wall on that one, chat. Just... oh, my goodness. Brad Koffel, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. No, Sam is awesome. Sam will definitely be involved in a video or something and be around in the streams and stuff. But... just, like, pour some water on the chat. Like a hose or something, like... Dude, Daher is just like never, ever ready. Daher is never going to be match sharp. His match sharpness is an unattainable goal that he will never reach. They're like, well, we're worried about the training no longer being suitable for these guys. You know, that it's not intense enough for. It's not something that they're really looking forward to. We're gonna play our full starters against Bell and Inch. Then, fortunately, the way this sets up is perfect. Chavez is the worst team in the league right now. We will be able to play our. We'll be able to play our backup. Carolina wants a new contract. Yeah, he also wants a release clause. So if we could not deal with this right now, that'd be great. Walter, please, for the love of all that's good and holy. Goodness, Walter. Yes, thank God. Yeah, baby. We're good. We are fine. All is well. We are okay. All is good. We don't have to deal with that right now because he's just so darn happy I went and talked to him. I would be too, really, chat. I mean, what a moment. Called him into my office, into my real office, not even the fake one. You're telling me Erniel Flandorp is no good? I'm not going to believe you. With a name like Erniel Flandorp, it's impossible to be bad. Brat Kartoffel, though, thank you again for the Twitch Prime. And, yeah, Sepulk, I appreciate the tier 1 as well. McCardell, the 200 bits, 297 bits. I appreciate that. I ordered a mystery jersey a couple weeks ago. I'm excited to see what I get. Dude, same. I got another one in the mail. I've been wearing that standard daily age kit all the time, honestly. The mystery kit thing was fun. I liked it. Not even winning the league. Yo, Fabian. Fabian. We got matches in hand. Brotato Chip, Broski, Brohim. Look at that. 3. How's your math? That's the lead. As long as we win them. Right? I mean, we're right there. We haven't been given the opportunity to succeed, you know? They're not giving me a chance. They're making me play all these matches right at the end of the season. It's ridiculous. Okay, but we're there. You know, don't count us out. We've got the back door to the top of the league. Do you... No. You really almost 20? Yeah, you are. You're not good. Sorry, Nuno. Nathan, thank you for the 2 months, the Twitch Prime, dude. I appreciate it. If you don't win every game 2 years into the game, you've failed. Hate to break it to everybody in chat, we are all disappointments. Where's... Manual. What a minx. Dude. How is your fatigue so freaking high that you're always freaking fatigued, man? Why are you always fatigued?
Who is the best regen with a strange nationality in this save? I must know.
Tell me now. I must know. Best regen with a strange nationality. Let's see. The Togolese kid? It's not really natural fitness. I mean, it's 13. It's not bad. Daher's the same. I don't think he's got a hole there. Yeah, his is 14. They're just dragging their feet, man. They're just dragging their feet on being not fatigued, and so we're just going to have to play him here anyways. Daher's also not match sharp. He's a walking catastrophe right now. He's never match sharp. He's always fatigued. It is impressive. Mabasso and then Pereira's like not actually feeling the vibes. We can go Enrique Borges today. And just drop you Pereira for JJ Min. Chavera off for Barrientos. Now that's stupid. That defeats the point of everything we're trying to do, everything we're trying to accomplish in life and everything else. I mean, it's ridiculous that we would think that it was possible to do anything like we're trying to do right here. I mean, it's absolutely positively insane. It's preposterous. It's whimsical, really. Who do I have selected? Todorov. Buisnet is shot to cement the first team place. He just didn't take it. U23s, homies. Where are we? Is it U19s, really? It's U19s. There's only a couple guys that can play in this. And that would be you, Cordoba, and Petr Todorov, and Buisen, and Bombo, and Lamine. All of you guys, you're in. U19 eligible players go play in the Youth League second knockout round against Feyenoord's U19s. You're going to slay it. There's the Malawian, yeah, but he's not, like, brilliant. Honestly, Ansi Karolainen, in terms of, like, guys on their team, Hishin being Chinese, obviously, he's a bit of a surprise. Karolainen's a bit of a surprise. Bulgarian Petr Todorov being survivable is a bit of a surprise. Let's go to the world and just look at, like, world profile, top players. Yeah, I mean, look, this guy was born in China, Kui Shilong, and he is considered one of the top players in the world. Abdul Yakubu, I think. Oh, no, he's the English striker. I don't know why I forgot that. We've got Czech Rostislav Vlasic, who's like $100 million player. Martin Odegaard, apparently. He's Dutch. Yeah, but Kui Long is Chinese-born German international. He's the only guy who's, like, relatively obscure that's in the top part of the world. But, I mean, that's, like, top 15 players in the world. There was that really good Iranian that we kept track of for a while. I don't know what happened to him, though. 3-match unbeaten run. I think we have a good chance. Carolinen's obviously a guy that deserves to be in the next gen discussion. You're on a great run. Everything seems to be going well. The club's in a really fun place right now. We're having fun. We're winning ball games. That's what we're trying to do today. Do you still have Josh Silver? Did PSG? No, he's still here. Oh, we have a Eurowath, and it's not like he's a special player, but he's a passable player at our level with good potential that happens to be from Uganda. So you forget about this sort of they become normalized to you. But Emmanuel Eurowath was the most. Oh, we won in penalties. Thank you. Thanks to a goal from Daniel Dunker, the American, in the 87th minute. We were down 3-0. And I played Almeida. Why did he play? Why did Almeida play? I didn't play Almeida. That's just top performers in the league, but he didn't play today. Okay, thank goodness. We were down 3-0, and then Philander scored 2, and Dunker scored in the 87th, and we won in penalties. We won in the second knockout round. Todorov, that's unfortunate. Even though he's not on the bench today, that is a player I love to bring in all sorts of situations. First time in the stream. What's up, Stegman? I hope you're doing well. What about the Saudi 22-year-old? It's not like the Saudis are a terrible nation, but the problem is you don't see those guys end up at the biggest clubs in the world because it costs so much money to get them out of Saudi Arabia. But Al-Harbi is definitely the best Saudi I've seen in Football Manager in a long time. Even if he is locked in Saudi Arabia and still nobody's gone to get him, he is still a very good Saudi player. Any good Uruguayans? I'm sure. We haven't seen them, really. I have a world-class Haitian attacking right back in my save. That's pretty sweet. So Oguj Demirtas is actually good, but he is a ball-moving midfielder. He's got good athleticism, good dribbling. He can advance the ball, too. He's also at Galatasaray and, would take like a lot more than a sixpence in a barrel of wheat to get him out of there. Okay. Shabalala, Mendez, Isgren, Almeida, Daher, Matias, Cerna, Karolainen, Mabasso, Borges, Silva. The roles are not set. Matias, Cerna, Karolainen, Mabasso.
Mombert still refuses to deny claims she is an actual robot. Added on to the fact that no woman has ever spoken to me in real life proves once and for all that women are in fact government drones. Hashtag wake up sheeple. Pleep pleep.
Cannot confirm or deny rumors that Mombot is an actual robot. $5 donation from Caleb. Nothing to see here. Just got to refill the oil in the Mamba. I mean, go have dinner with Mom later. Yep, looking forward to that. It's going to be great. Rojo. My least favorite color. Come on, boys. We should win this one comfortably. We're getting a lot of our first team players out there. Let's do this. We play our game, we will win. Maybe we've been over pressurized in this. We've not felt comfortable. We've not gone out and scored. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of complacency recently. So let's take a step back. Let's take a step back. Let's open up our hearts. Some smooth jazz or some lovely football today. Here we go. Beleninj, Oriental Dragon. We just got to acquire a dub. Just keep putting pressure on those top teams. Let them know that we're nipping at the heels. We're playing with quality. Our next match is Chavez after this. We want to build a cushion before we get into our matches with Benfica and Porto, because we haven't played either of them a second time yet. Oh, yeah, that's me. There we go. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen Cerna do something special in a while. Like, I know he always brings quality to matches and, like, gets the ball where it's supposed to go, like that sort of thing, but we haven't seen him really... Oh!
Ref!
It's 3 red cards, ref! This is unbelievable, referee! Unbelievable! I mean, that's illegal in 65 countries. This is ridiculous. Illegal! I honestly thought that they were going to call the penalty there. Oh, they said it was outside the box. I see you. Darn tarnation, chat. Walter.
Making a train tonight.
And he's offside. That's a twofer. Rambling Epic with the $15 donation. Throwing the cash on the table, dude. $15, making it rain in the club on Twitch, on the Twitch club. Bring it back. Onsi. Walter. My king. My king. Walter. The captain. What a strike this is. Oh, what a fabulous goal. A grass cutter from Walter Mabasso. Yes. Yes. My goodness. A grass cutter from Walter Mabasso. Ooh. So let me just get this straight. We like missed that dude 4 times. What does a brother need to do to get that sub stuff on Discord? Not pass a free kick directly to the other team. Also go to settings, connections, and log into your Twitch there. Can take up to an hour sometimes, but then all of a sudden another section of the Discord will appear like magic. Walter, who's in scintillating form right now. That's just a great, great goal to open things up early, and now we're just buzzing. And Borges, you have so much strength. How can you not keep that guy behind you so you can just tap it in? Darn. I would like to get the second goal now, so I'm going to kick this up until the end of the half and go on attacking so that we can, you know, before they start to get all confident in the last 20 minutes when they start to swagger around and throw people forward. I would like to put this game away, Chad. I think we all would. Yeah, 1-2. Oh, and he's on. I thought he was off. We'll take it. I always loved Walter. Well, he's certainly back into the starting lineup now, and this is lovely. Chee. Onsi, Kuralainen, Borges. Yeah, they have fullbacks holding him on. Easy call. Easy goal. Easy qual. Easy dubs. That's the second goal we wanted. We'll stay on this till halftime, bring it back to positive, and try and play this game out with swag. With composure and quality. Oh, get in. Why are you not in? Thank goodness we're up 2-0. That's all I got to say about that. What in darn tarnation is that? All right, Cerna on a rampage. Here we go. Mendez. Oh, Ansi, dude. What is that header? Like, sit down and explain to me what the heck was going on there. Positive dressing room. Very pleased. Keep it up in the second half. Love the back heel to start play. Really sends a message. Celebrate 3 hands in the air. No, that is Jose Almeida. He's a 17-year-old. Or wait, are you saying on their team? Oh. Right when I'm getting nice and comfortable, I'm leaning back with a glass of red wine, listening to a mystery story. You go and score a set piece goal. It's okay. We're going to score 8 more. Ooh. Say it ain't so. Daher, come back to me. R.I.P. in peace, man. Alejandro Daher. Straight injury. We'll see what it's like after the match, but that's a big blow to Alejandro Daher, the electric left back, the vintage complete wing back with 17 passing. Oh, thank you, João Silva. Oh, he for his boy Daher. He wants to go and score a goal for him. That's us, right? Well, he contested it well enough, so we're fine. Classy. I like it. Thank you, Mabasso. Good ball. And how many times are we going? This isn't football. We're not trying to kick field goals here. Okay? I mean, it is football for a lot of you, but you understand what I'm saying. Ref. Still us. Thank you. And score. Tired of these 1-goal games, man. We're playing way better than a 1-goal game all the time. I am tired of them. And yeah, Matthias is not playing well. Let's make a fresh leg change. Karolainen hasn't influenced the game too much. Arias can really run with the ball. We'll go support. It's a freaking Colombian international. Arias is a very good option off that bench. All right, Matthias. He almost did a little 1-2 there. He can go around the outside and shoot, apparently. It's a good hit. I mean, he put his foot through the ball. If only he'd gotten fit. I mean, look. He rested the last match. It's not like the dude was gassed. Alejandro. He's a little bit injury prone, I think. We've seen him struggle to get to like full match sharpness consistently. And he's fatigued. Oh, that's a freaking penalty. Oh my God. Absolutely no doubt about that one. Outrageous, man. Preposterous that this has just happened to us. Yeah, play out of the defense. Be more expressive. Yeah, it would take long now. Oh, my soul is pained by this. Carbajal. Caught lunging. Come on, Shabalala. Come on, man. Oh, this would be huge. Bangakule. Cement yourself as the 99. Do it. Do it. Oh, my. What's a change we can make? I think really promising guy that could definitely help here is Xiong Min. He's right. He's very explosive. I think we can have a couple of complete forwards working off either side, and we've got Cerna up there, and I think we go double attack here. I think you got to be on a wing back. I don't think Carvajal's got that ability to float as much, but 2-0 halftime lead, chat. Bottles galore. It's a good penalty. Let's go. I think we can still get a goal out of this, guys. There's 6 minutes of stoppage time because of that penalty. Dude, how has there not been a highlight created? This is insane. We are everything except Beyonce right now, offensively. Like, we are just... Thank you so much. Give me reason to believe here, boys. Give me reason to believe. Carbajal. Let's get this ball to the next layer. He's going to carry it there himself. I love it. Good pass. And then we've got like 85 dudes in the box here. I'm going to go ahead and just bring kind of one more up. I know we are very threatening off corners, but there are so many guys in the box there. Come on! How many times has this happened to us this year, though, to be real? How many times has this happened to us this year? How many times have you looked at a stat line that looks like that, where if you remove the penalty, they had they had 0.41 XG? Removing the penalty. We give away the penalty. They scored on 2 of their last 3 shots of the game. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. It lets them right, and now we're level. We just bleeding points all over the place, man. It's unbelievable. No, we won the last match. We drew 2 matches ago against Boavista. So having a terrible goalkeeper one was a set piece and the other was a penalty. I mean, I don't know if Courtois is stopping that, right? Jan Oblak's probably not getting that either. Unbelievable, man. They were nowhere near that game. Injury's not bad, at least. They were nowhere near that game. They were nowhere near it. And we just threw the door open. Gave them 2 goals just because. Failed to score remarkably consistently. Ah, dude. That hurt. It's okay, though. It's okay. Because we are so well clear of Benfica here. We're in the Champions League knockouts, and we're level on points with Porto, winning our matches in hand, which feels a lot more difficult all of a sudden because we went out and lost to Sporting, right? And we lost, or we drew Boa Vista, and now we've drawn Belenenses, which just brutal. You know, we're not scoring 3, 4, 5 goals. Saying formation change, I mean, honestly, I think the formation is doing bits. I think it's player change. I think the formation is still doing fine. I think we are creating situations where we're dominant in games. I just don't think we're taking advantage of those situations. So I think less than a formation change. I think maybe a little bit more player rotation. And I think the player rotations definitely hurt. I mean, we've had a different team on the field for every one of these games. And maybe the cohesion hasn't been quite the same with those kind of guys, but I think it's more of a player change than a formation change at this point, because the formation change is, you know, kind of the match we played against Boa Vista where we struggled to get things going. If we were doing that with any consistency, then we would be looking at a formation change. But I think against Braga and Belenenses, we were dominant. We just didn't win. And we need to go in and blow out Chavez and build some confidence into going play in City. But today, you guys are right. I think chance conversion training is in order. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody that subscribed today. Everybody that becomes a part of the Hammers at any point. We've got more Hammers now than any other time. It is a unit of awesome people. Over 2,700 strong. Make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord if you're not already. We're gonna raid somebody. I'm gonna get off today. I gotta help a friend move a couch soon. So, and I'm very sorry about the late start. I had to go present to the incoming class of like master students. I had to talk to them for a bit. So that was like at 11:40. We will be starting normal time, 11 a.m. tomorrow. Back on it. No stream on Friday. We'll get back to it on the weekend. We're gonna raid somebody though, so you know the deal. We're gonna go make somebody's day. We're gonna go make somebody's day. Alrighty. Who are we going to raid today? We are going to raid. Give me a second while you get your copy pasta ready. Give me a second. We're going to give this guy the surprise of his life. Let's make his day. Now, he raided Jack a couple of times recently. We really appreciate he raided in, I think, on the last stream, and that was awesome. We raided Jack a couple of times recently. You know, we like to spread the love, but Jack's awesome, and he's on if you want to go watch that after the raid. We're heading off to a dude named Brackle, who I've never seen on before. I think he's just starting his journey. This copy pasta is insane. Thank you guys. We'll be on tomorrow. 11 a.m. more normal start time. I know the weird start times. I got you guys on your toes, but it'll be okay. Always check the schedule. IL tries to keep it as up to date as possible. Me communicating kind of to him about, you know, the different things that we've got going on, and we'll be back then. We're going to pull off an amazing miracle in Manchester. The miracle in Manchester to get us to the quarterfinal. Tomorrow's your birthday, Schwafta. Happy preliminary birthday. I hope you can get around just for a little bit. We can sing to you. But yes, ready your copy pasta. We're going in with the raid. The dude's got hashtag partner grind, which is not usually my vibe, but I thought he had a fun little layout. And, you know, people that I've never seen on before, always going to get a little love from me, right? Just kind of starting out on Twitch, right? I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Up the Dragons. Man, we got to stop drawing.